Y'all can hear me now?
Yes,
Shots
sir.
fired. Yeah, we got you.
Yes,
Yeah, I
sir.
thought I heard somebody bad mouthing my birds, man. What's going on?
Yeah, that's this nut ass Kansas City dude keep talking that bullshit, man.
Hey, see, yeah.
Bullshit, man.
Hey, nigga, I'm just speaking facts.
Fuck out of here.
Hey, man, y'all the champions. Y'all the champions. We gonna give y'all work. Y'all the champions. We ain't gonna, y'all the champions right now.
Oh, he switched it off. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, man, one thing for sure, two things for certain, man. And I like Kansas City when they got a good running game because y'all run team. But when y'all ain't got no running back, y'all might as well just sit next to me, man. You know what I mean?
That's why they got Bell, huh?
Yeah, they need it. They can't.
They
You can't run that type of offense without.
They're gonna use Bell like another receiver. Andy Reid
screen. They're gonna use him that screen.
No, with Bell, Andy Reid's screen game about to be on a beam.
That's I ain't gonna hold you. A deep threat. If they get a major wide receiver, Kansas City gonna win a championship.
We got one.
Andy Reid.
We got one. We got three.
Who y'all got?
They know. Look, they doubling Tyreek Hill. His numbers is down.
All right, Tyreek Hill, no doubt. You know what I'm saying? But ain't Tyreek Hill really a running back though?
He like short game.
Huh?
He just
short game.
Yeah,
Tyreek Hill short game. Slant, break open, yards after the catch. He ain't deep.
Y'all need a
who ain't deep,
bro? Tyreek Hill is deep.
Yeah, y'all
Tyreek Hill is deep.
Not consistent. Not consistent like that.
That's his whole game.
Because he double covered.
That's his whole game. He don't do no fucking short yardage passes.
How tall is he?
Yeah.
Wait. He up in here drinking Merlot and shit?
Now Sammy Watkins is different.
Yo. KC, you up in here drinking Merlot and shit?
Nah, bro.
What is that?
It's wine, but it ain't Merlot.
What is it? Melback?
No, it's a Snoop Dogg. No, it's a dark red.
Now listen to these bougie motherfuckers. He's around you fucking spitting it out and get the fuck out of here. Bougie ass man.
Hey man, I'm just chilling, niggas. I can't be mad. Hey niggas, listen. Don't be mad because y'all drinking pickle juice.
Hey, listen. This is some good.
Yeah. Hey, no, listen. I'm drinking that stout. Ain't no pickle juice there, player.
Get the Stella Artois.
Hey, when I leave here, I'm going to be a rapper, so I'm getting fired the fuck up. I'm about to go to a strip club and do the fun shit.
There you go.
Do the best.
So this is what we gonna do. On that note, because we didn't yapped it up enough. We're gonna get this shit motherfucking popping. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna welcome everybody back to the All on the Table podcast. Y'all know how we get down. If you get offended by any motherfucking thing we say, your motherfucking fault, because we ain't tell you to watch this shit.
No doubt.
You chose to click the motherfucking link and feast your eyes on a bunch of shit-talking sons of bitches. It is what the fuck it is. So without further ado, y'all know who I be, the boy Ross Sass, a.k.a. the West Philly Bandit. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to go ahead, as always, I don't introduce no grown-ass motherfucking men. We're going to start off with the motherfucking special guest today. Let him introduce himself, and then the team going to follow, because that's what we do.
No doubt. It's your boy Jumpman, West Philly's finest TVO track vibes, powered by Winergy. You know, I appreciate y'all having me, man. Real shit, because me and Boo, we go back like 8 tracks and Cadillacs, man. He always been a go-getter, always been a supporter of mine, you know, and, you know, that may play a major part, man. So we gonna do the damn thing, man.
Big fact.
Oh, yeah.
Right on, man.
You know what I mean? Oh, shit. Goddamn, boy, I tell you.
All right, well, I'll go into mine. Cash Money, Ohio, Maryland, D.C., Hawaii, whatever it is. I'm in the building.
Oh, ain't no doubt. Hawaii in the building?
Yo, what's good? It's your boy Spank. The building. Straight out of New York. Right now I'm in Texas, but yo, one love, brother. Good to have you here, man. Good to meet you in the whole nine, man.
I appreciate that, bro. Real shit, man. I appreciate that. Real shit.
Yo, what's good to everybody on the panel as well, too? How y'all doing, man?
What up, Spank? What up, Paul?
Yo. All right.
Yeah, man. So Hey, Boo, man, like, you know,
Hey,
this.
hold, I wanna send a shout out. You know, Chef SP the Ghost. You know, we in the building. Philly 215, stand up. South Philly, North Philly, all over the 21 Fizz. You heard?
I
Yeah.
got
Yo,
Hey,
last but not least
shout
is that
out to our
boy.
guests too, man.
Last but not least is that boy KC, man, from the 816. Want to say what's up to all my brothers, man, and welcome Jimmy Blanco, man. Nice to have you on here.
Hey, you know what? I'm Jumpman now, man. Jimmy Blanco and Daytona, they got indicted, and I'm scared to use the name.
Man, that's
I hear you.
Man,
You better just change the title of that mixtape then.
this how we gonna get this shit rolling, right?
It's a dope mixtape, by the way.
Thank you. Appreciate that, bro. Real shit.
Facts.
I was just gonna speak on that, man.
Dope ass mixtape.
The you know, I helped you with the
Mhm.
fucking mixtape release party and all that. We got this shit popping. So what I want to ask you is, as an underground artist, man, what's the hardest part about putting together a dope ass mixtape? Like motherfuckers, we if you don't know nothing about music, then you don't know that the average artist put out an album and it takes them about a year or two to actually collaborate 10 songs to put on an album. People don't really realize that. But with a mixtape, you ain't got that type of time. So how hard is it for the viewers to know? How hard is it to put together a mixtape that's actually dope, front to back, bars, all that type of shit?
Well, you know what, man? It's a range of answers to that. Because if you got the right support team and you can get in your groove, then you know you can pump out a fucking mixtape every Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? But when you got life shit going on, you know, you don't got that, not even the financial support, because it really ain't too much about bread in the beginning. But just having that mental space, having some encouragement of some niggas that's like, you know, bro, we behind you. Go on there, sit down, go on the right. Fuck them bitches, fuck them streets. You know what I'm saying? And if you can get that, then bro, you gonna put out as many as you can. And it's up to you. Sky's the limit. You know what I mean? I know Tell 'em Jimmy set it out. Shit, that was 2013, maybe 2012 or something like that. You know what I mean? And I got indicted right after that shit. So you know, Tell 'em Jimmy said it too, never came. I released Elaine's Only Boy, which is like a whole nother wave. Like I grew up, I evolved, you know what I mean? I finally hit, you know, where I'm gonna be, what I'm gonna sound like until it's over with. So here come COVID. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
COVID is a dirty mad bitch. You hear me?
Back.
So
No doubt.
yeah, I mean, shit, man. And you know what else? The people. I ain't trying to impress a nigga in California yet. I don't know none of them people. But it's the people next to you, man, your everydays. Like, bro, I appreciate you, man. I can't even tell you everything you did. That's why I was with it from the gun bust. Because, you know, like, you know, it's hard to find those individuals that's always with it. You know what I'm saying? Whether they with you or not, they just with it. You know what I'm saying? So it's a blessing that I got that for me now. You know what I mean? But in the beginning, bro, and I'm still a long way from the finish line. So you can imagine how bad it is for 15, 16-year-old young boy who just decided that he liked rap. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. So
Yeah.
let me ask you this. So let's say you got a guy who want to start a record label, or you got a guy who want to get into engineering or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And he want an artist. He don't want to do a bunch of motherfuckers. He don't want to sell 1,000 beats, or he don't want to produce 1,000 motherfuckers. He want one specific artist. As an artist yourself, what would you tell that producer or that engineer to look for in an artist?
First of all, you gotta make sure he's serious, man. Because a lot of these boys, they just want the accolades. They don't want to be in the trenches. They don't even know what this hip hop trenches is. You know what I'm saying? They think it's all, you know, you doing this and doing that for the camera. But the real shit, you know, getting your EIN number. You know what I mean? Getting your LLC and all that shit together. Because half these boys, they not prepared to release anyway. They could have the best album. A nigga right now could release an album that's literally legit the best album that was created in the last 10 years and in the next 10 years. But if he ain't got his EIN number, how you gonna get paid off that shit? You know what I'm saying? So a lot of these boys, they skip a big ass step. They never circle back. You know what I'm saying? And it take a long time because I've been rapping for forever, bro. And I just got my EIN number this time around. You know what I'm saying? You can't even take a nigga serious without that, John. Me personally, I don't even want to do no music with a nigga with no EIN number unless he gonna outright sell me the rights to his verse. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. I think it's important too to just like establish some kind of publishing, right? Get on that grind. Get on the grind of where if you are working with an engineer or producer that it's agreed upon, whatever the agreement is whether or not you own it outright or you're leasing it, understanding what beat you're using and how it's going to be used in the future, right? Like it's easy to take a beat and say, oh, I got it for free from this producer, but after I sell 10,000, right? If it just happens to get to 10,000, then they want to rape you for the 99, you know what I mean, 100 fucking things that you went over, right? Like if you don't look into that, the details of that to see, oh, I only leased it for 100 sales, right? I think that's deep too.
Man, I just got back from a publicity tour with hip hop since 1987. Me, Star Show. Yeah, we drove down Miami, got a expedition, drove down that motherfucker. From Miami, we drove to Atlanta. And from Atlanta, we drove back up here. And we fucked them up. You know what I mean? Like, you know me, bro, I like to look the part. I play that shit. You know, my street credibility, which is, you know, part of my branding. But, you know, it give me that push. When I step in the room, I don't carry it like them niggas. I don't look like them bulls. You know what I'm saying? I look like, you know, I'm here for business. I ain't got no diamonds or none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? And the only thing they could say about me, like the critique that they gave me, was, do you own them? Do you own them beats?
Right.
I'm leasing them. And he absolutely right. They was like, bro, you gotta go out and buy them Jones.
Yeah,
like
you gotta buy them flat out.
He just paid $2,000 for a beat, $2,000, bro. And I'm like, I got it, I can get it together, but I don't readily have $2,000 to give a nigga for no music. I got kids, bills, you know what I mean, and all that type shit. So, you know, when you find somebody and they working and they take a beat, you never heard the beat, like I'm to the point where I don't give a fuck if it's a bullshit ass fiddle in the kazoo. Because Benny the Butcher, as much as I love his lyrics, I hate his beat selection, but he making it work. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's funny you say that. As like on the mixtape, your beat selection, like for me when I was vibing to it, like it was like straight mid 2000s vibes.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how old you are, and we get into this discussion all the time and amongst our groups because there's a couple older people in this thing. But when I was vibing to the beat, the one was hold on, let me pull it up. This one specific really touched on me because I was like, yo, this is dope.
You down over there, Ski Bop?
Let's get away.
Put it out, bro. Put it out.
The Let's Get Away track. That Let's Get Away track, Jimmy. That shit was dope. That shit reminded me of like early T.I. vibe.
Fact.
That shit was fire. But the beat selection throughout the whole mixtape was really interesting to me because it wasn't like it didn't sound Philly to me. It sounded almost some down south, some like grittiness of like old school hip hop. But it was interesting to me because it was like it wasn't trap at all.
I appreciate that, bro. Really, that work right there, and you when you listen to it, is no consistent sound. And at the time,
Yeah.
I was struggling to find myself. You know what I mean? I'm a big T.I. fan. I'm a big Pusha T fan, and I like these boys. These boys influence me so much that sometimes you might hear them. Like I feel like if they ever on a lazy day, I feel like I can write an album for T.I. and hear rap their shit, and nobody know the difference. You know what I'm saying?
No, that track right there would compete in and I know Raw Assassin know this, but it almost touched on the T.I. but a Paul Wall.
Yeah, I can see that.
The chick magnet shit.
I can definitely.
It touched on that. That shit was dope. I'm just saying the beat selection's dope, and I say that because. Like when we were talking about the leasing and all these different things, it's like I think it's important to, if you pick a producer or you pick someone that's giving you beats to have these conversations to where it's like, okay, where are we at with this? Like, am I leasing this or am I buying this? Or do we have an agreement to where it's like, we're just going to take off. And then when we take off, we have that agreement of what it is. And I think that's important for underground artists because you can get lost in the sauce, right? Like, it's really easy to get fucked at the end of the deal to where it's like, okay, it took off. Well, I own the beat. So without the beat, you can't even do anything else with this later on, right?
Right.
So I think you bring up a good point to where it's like,
this motherfucker, I'm sorry, y'all. Stinking motherfucker. That's, you don't steal no rapper lighters, man. You don't do that, man.
Hey, so I got a question for you. Me and you had a conversation the other day, right? And you asked me about the battle rap type shit. And I told you I couldn't really feel the wave of too many battle rappers, right? Now, over the years, you've had a lot of battle rappers that they got their name off battle. And they top tier URL, all them type joints. But then they tried to put out songs or mixtapes, albums, and them joints was garbage. Like, you know what I'm saying? Horribly.
French terms.
So you, on the other hand, I know for a fact I've seen battles and I've heard tracks. And I see that you can actually do both, which, contrary to popular belief, everybody can't do both.
No.
As much as people want to believe that it's easy to switch between the two,
everybody
it's really not. People don't understand that battle rap is a whole different mindset than writing a fucking song. Like, it's a completely different mindset.
That's what differentiates the things. Like, it's hard to write a hook.
It's not that it's the hook. It's your mindset is completely, I've done it too. Your mindset is completely different when you battling versus when you actually writing for a song. Your mindset completely you have to be in a completely different mind frame because your bars have to hit a little different. When you battling, your bars have to hit hard. Whereas though with a verse, you can be subtle in your bars. You can go different ways. So it's a little different. So as somebody who actually can do both, which one do you prefer and why?
Me personally, I prefer making songs. You know what I mean? And like a lot of people don't know it, my cousin is Briz Rothstein. So, you know, he a hammer in that URL shit. Shout out to Briz, shout out to the whole goddamn Dark Side team. You know what I mean? Real shit. And I don't really be saying it, but shit, my cousin told me the other day in school. I mean, he says it. Like, that's my work. You know what I'm saying? His tutelage and, you know, the direction he started, that's my work. You know what I'm saying? And a long time ago, we was like, look, he was like, man, he wanted me to battle Sue Surf. He wanted me to battle Sue Surf. And I'm like, man, bro, I don't really get into none of that because them dudes ain't on my time. At the time, you know, I was real heavy in the streets. And, you know, I don't really, one of y'all niggas say the wrong thing to me, man, you know, that 3-9 to come out me and I dump you on your head. I had to get out of that. I was in a bad space. But the rapper battle type thing is like, it's an arrogance. It's complete branding. There's space to do so much in your raps because you don't have no 808 forcing you to do something. You feel me? So it's like you could pretty much say whatever. You know what I'm saying? But also it's like, it's a gamble. It's a gamble because a lot of people don't have the resilience to come back from an L. You know what I'm saying? Like I watch some of the URL shit because like I said, my cousin do it. So when he got battles, I do that. I watch it. You know what I mean? But it's like a lot of that shit go left field and it's one big WWE show. You know what I'm saying? Like, and sometimes that shit go left. Like Math Hoffa, Sucker Punching Serious Jones. Murder Mook just swung on my folks. So, you know, he was supposed to battle him again. He backed out of it because he got real life shit going on. You know what I'm saying? His homie just got smoked. The only nigga that fought back when that shit happened, I don't know if y'all seen it, but the only nigga that fought with him. So he got smoked in like June. You know what I mean? And my cousin, he really on the tip, like, he was like, cuz I'm just not trying to stand in front of no nigga for 30 minutes while he talks smoke about my homie, man. I ain't prepared for it. And I dig it. You know what I'm saying? And that's where I gotta draw the line because honestly, and this ain't even no tough shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what type of niggas I be around, man. Rest in peace to my old head George and all them niggas, you know what I'm saying? But you know what's gonna happen. The niggas sucker punch me on stage, bro. Ain't nobody gonna have no rap career. So I'm not gonna put myself in that position, man. And I feel like when you make a successful song, you get more accolades. So if that's what these bulls are searching for, you battling this lopsided ass battle with a motherfucker who really just saw a mouth. A lot of these bulls, they not, I don't know if they take, rapping is not boxing, but you got to train. The more you sweat, the less you bleed. And these bulls so caught up.
Yeah, so it's interesting you say that because I was listening to a lot of like Dave Chappelle commentary to where it's like, you got to go out into these dingy clubs and you got to go out, and even Chappelle does this. You go out and you sharpen your sword. And I feel like the battleground is kind of the place that you go out there and sharpen your sword to prep for the songs. So like, I'm just testing out material. I'm just going out here and doing my thing. But doing so, right? Like, is it worth the test to go out there and test myself when someone's going to challenge me in a way to where like I could just ruin my potential?
As an artist, I will say this. There is no artist ever who has never been in a battle or has never been in a cypher. If you have never done neither of the two, you honestly can't really consider yourself a MC because you've never tested yourself ever. You know what I mean? Like if you can't jump
never got in the ring.
Yeah, if you can't jump into a cypher with 3-4 motherfuckers in it and actually hold your ground with them motherfuckers, you need to go on back to the drawing board. If you've been in a battle and a motherfucker shuts you down and you ain't take that verse that you just spit, because 90% of the time, don't let motherfuckers fool you. 90% of the time, motherfuckers ain't freestyling.
No.
Yeah.
So if you ain't take that verse,
no more.
Go ahead, Spank, what you say?
No, I'm saying freestyle ain't freestyle no more, man. Guys already got it written. That's not true.
It's memory.
Oh, you know what? Well, you know, by definition, a freestyle just means no format. The style was free. You know what I'm saying? Now, off the top, that's what I call that.
Top of the head.
Yeah, but if you ask a motherfucker, if you ask like, all right, we got two grandpops here, and they know more better than I know, that a freestyle mean you straight off the top of the dome.
Right off the top. That's what freestyling is, right off the top.
Exactly.
I mean,
a battle back in the day was a battle back in the day was I don't know you, you don't know me. I'm not about to get on Twitter. I'm not about to get on Instagram. I ain't gonna go interview 1,000 motherfuckers you know. No, we gonna meet up and we gonna just spit bar for bar straight off the dome. But it's not like that no more. And see, that's why to me it's hard. It's hard for me to get into the smack and the URL and all that because it's like these dudes be having like 6 months to prepare for a fucking
They're all written.
30-minute
parts.
Oh yeah, I don't listen. That gay shit them boys be on, y'all trading secrets and pillow talking and all that. I ain't for that. You know what I'm saying? But
and those bars are prepared beforehand. Like they've had time to write these bars and memorize them. Like
no, these dudes know they gonna battle 6 months early. They literally go to motherfuckers' neighborhoods and interview niggas. Now my thing is, what kind of niggas is you hanging with that's giving up all this fucking tape? Cause you go down to my hood and niggas like, yo, what's up with the ball? 9 out of 10, you gonna catch 10 of them drinks. And it is what it is.
Hey, but you know what though? Everybody ain't your homie, bro. Everybody don't fuck with you. It be a nigga right next to you that'll sell you out to the ops, man. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it be your right hand man take the check on your head. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So my thing is, like I battle for money. Like them URL niggas, it's like y'all got a safety net. You gonna get paid regardless.
Right.
The stakes ain't high enough for me. Winner take all. You lose to me, you get nothing but the fuck out.
That's the way
that's what it.
That's the way it should.
That's the rule.
It shouldn't be you still gonna get a check just because you showed up. No, and that's what battles used to be. Motherfuckers put that bread up.
Winner take all. That's it. That's it.
You win, you go home with the pot. That's just what it was. So that's what gave you the fuel. That's what gave you the ammo to go in here and go the fuck hard. But now it's like some
Hey, let me find this lighter right quick. I'm here. I ain't going nowhere.
Fuck out of here.
Go ahead. No, I think the aside from all that, right? Like, I'm more interested in like, as an underground artist, what do you think? And I know he's gone, he's getting his lighter or whatever. But as an underground artist, what do you think?
Hey, listen, real quick, because I don't want this to turn into some crazy shit. You know what I mean?
No, I was going to ask him what it takes. What's the most important part about being an underground artist?
No, I get that. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna fill up these cups real quick, and then we're gonna go ahead and let Jimmy answer that question.
All right.
Okay.
Sound good to y'all, fellas?
Y'all
know about y'all.
I'm playing it
All
down.
right.
Because I want more. I have ambitions to be bigger than what I am.
Thanks.
And when dudes see that, man, they don't like that shit, bro. And that's a problem as an independent rapper, man. We getting smoked left and right for work. Like, niggas don't care about how much money y'all got until they actually take it from me. But the real problem is I'm fucking all the bitches, and the bitch he trying to fuck might be listening to my song while he trying to talk to her. She on me and not him. And this shit makes these bulls, you know, let me tell you a story, right? There was a jealous man and an envious man walking down the road. And they bumped into some guy stuck in quicksand, drowning, up to his fucking up top lip. He about to check out. 2 more inches, he done. They scramble to get what they can get to get him out of there. And lo and behold, when they pull him out that quicksand, now his garbs is fucked up from being in the quicksand. But they're royal garbs. He's a king from a far off land, and he say, you know what? For saving my life, me and my people will forever be grateful. So please let me give you whatever it is that you want in this world that your heart desires, provided that you let me give the other companion double of what you asked for. Now the envious man, he don't want to ask for nothing because he don't want the jealous man to have double what he got. I be damned if this nigga got 2 fire sticks. You know what I'm talking about? Like, goddamn. So, you know, envy breeds jealousy. And this is why I tell you that the jealous man, what he thought first. Now, the jealous man, he thinking the same shit. But see, a jealous motherfucker is different than the envious motherfucker, because you could envy somebody like, damn, I'm happy for him. And I sure wish that I could have something like that too. Oh, I would appreciate it just as much as he does. But I wish I had it too. See, that's envious. And there ain't nothing wrong with being envious, but be mindful of envious, because envy breeds jealousy. Now, jealousy, on the other hand, when he thought, damn, I don't want that nigga that had 2 Kim Kardashians. Fuck that. He can't handle 2 Kim Kardashians. So you know what he did? He turned to the king, because he knew he didn't want, the envious man wasn't going to ask. So he had a plan for his ass. Motherfucker, you ain't getting 2 Kim Kardashians. And I'm mad as shit. Right? You hear me? I watched this. Y'all can hear me?
Yeah.
Watch this nut ass nigga call me like 6 more times, man. Fucking clown. But anyway, yeah, he turned to the king and he said, told y'all, he turned to the king and he said, I would like that you pluck my eye out. Y'all get the moral to that story?
Crazy.
Now, the moral is that a jealous man to cut his nose off to spite his face, he'd damn near kill himself if it mean hurting you. You know what I'm saying? So when he's just, bro, and I got jealous ones envy across my chest, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that shit is major to me, man, because I seen it close hand, first hand, man. It is different when an offbeat nigga that don't know me talk shit and dick ride, homeboy, whatever, man. I don't even know. I probably never see you a day in my life. So say whatever. Call me a rat if you want to. Nigga, who the fuck is you? Real shit. I'm a straight nigga, bro.
A lot different from some motherfucker you know that do that shit.
Yeah, bro. I'm on my second fake number, bro. But when you doing something, bro, that's when the hate come, bro. And if you ain't getting hated on, then you need to work harder. Real shit, bro. Because you ain't got nothing to hate over.
Here's the thing that people don't realize, right? You see the type of knowledge that you just dropped? The fact that you can drop that type of knowledge is the reason why you can write a good song.
Yep.
Because you got a mindset. You
Yeah.
see?
Exactly.
Most people don't think. They just take their pen and they just put it on the pad. But you actually let your mind actually move.
Right.
That's what's going to always work.
And you know what, bro? You can listen to the music and tell the difference between a motherfucker that thinks and don't think.
Exactly.
It's the niggas,
You can tell by the concept. You can tell by the concept of the bars. You already know, man.
The shit that sells down is these young boys that ain't thinking, man. They just,
Exactly.
you know, it's the first thing to come to mind that they putting on paper, and it's selling because it's the same shit that most of these other motherfuckers is doing.
But like you said, a lot of shit is watered down, man. Everybody is trying to do what the next nigga is doing. You know what I mean? Like back in the day, it was none of that. You know, I'm gonna go with my old, I'm gonna get my old heads to do tonight, right? Back in the day, y'all used to be like, nigga, you biting.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that?
Hey, Paul,
no question. You bite, your ass is biting. You know what's even crazy? Every state had their own like distinct sound. Now every damn state sound like every damn state. You don't know where motherfucker from because they all sound the same.
And see, it's the majority of it's a lot of these old head cats is doing that shit. Is changing their style to stay relevant.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna tell you right now. Look, y'all listen. Tell them Jimmy said it. Old than a motherfucker. Elaine's Only Boy. I dropped that this year. It's a whole different music. I'm doing what these young boys is doing, but I can rap. So it sounds different. You know what I'm saying? Like I can rap, I can sing, I can songwrite. Like I do a lot of shit. Like growing up from the era that I'm from. See, this is what these young boys got that we don't got. So if you can find the best of both worlds, which I'm searching for, I got my shovel out, I'm digging. I believe that that's where the key to running this shit is at. You know what I'm saying? The next Jay-Z, and mark my words, it's gonna sound goofy when I say it because it's just how big Jay-Z is and was. But it's gonna be a motherfucker like Lil Baby. Because he's actually saying something and he's giving them their new wave. He's hot. It was one of the best investments T.I.'s can make. So me personally, like, because I could sing, but I'm from that era where
I think honestly, that was wrong for you to say that. Actually, what the fuck is his name? B.O.B. was the best move that T.I. could have made. Reason I say that is B.O.B. fuck with the hip hop, he fuck with the R&B, he fuck with motherfucking pop shit. That motherfucker, he is everywhere.
Right, but
he's
everyone want to be him. That's the one thing.
The big difference is that Lil Baby is super connected with his fans.
Yeah, but it's not even that though. B.O.B. cool motherfucker. Me personally, I don't know him, but I've heard his interviews. He's a hot motherfucking artist. His pen is dangerous. Don't play with him. He like Ludacris. Don't play with him. So the difference is though, they don't want to be B.O.B.
They want to be Lil Baby.
Yeah, he ain't selling drugs. He's not talking about that shit. Which is why I wanted to be Jay-Z and not Common.
True that.
But it ain't, no, I ain't gonna say it ain't too much difference in their pen. But like you said, truth is I want to rap like Common Sense. But I got 5 mics, I ain't been rapping like Common Sense. You have to respect you have to respect that hip hop. We listen, we on the porch with our lemonade and the rocking chair. I'm 35, baby. I just look young, jail preserve me. But these young boys dictate what hip hop is. So the only thing we can do, stop telling them that they shit corny or they gonna box you out. Stop telling them that they not hip hop or they gonna box you out. Slavery used to be an institution in this country. It's gone. Just like ciphers used to be an institution in hip hop. They're gone. You don't prove that you are hot in this game no more by being bar for bar the hottest. There's still a market for it, and the markets are factioned out. Benny the Butcher is a platinum artist soon to be, but his fans ain't been in high school in a long time.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? 80s, baby. We are the thoroughest parents. You ever notice how cool of a parent you are?
Exactly.
Yeah.
We not like our moms and all that. You know what I'm saying?
We vibe to the same music that our kids do. It's different. Like when we grew up, and we talked about this in earlier podcasts, where it's like influence come from our parents where it's like, okay, we're listening to this music, but we didn't listen to it together. They just introduced it to us. Where now it's like, I have a daughter, she's 15, where we listen to the same music. Like I'm asking her what's relevant, and then we're talking about Pop Smoke, we're talking about Lil Baby, we're talking about all the things that I'm listening to and that she's listening to at the same time, which is a very rare thing.
Same thing with my uncle, my nephew.
Well, I did that with my parents.
Listen, real quick, before we had our refillage, Cash Money, you had a question for my man Jimmy. What was that again?
Yeah, I was gonna ask Jimmy. I said, Jimmy, what do you think the most important part of being an underground artist in order to be successful is? Like, for example, like in order for an underground artist to be successful, what do you think the most pivotal thing is?
Okay. Number one, I think your brand. You know what I mean? You got to stick to your brand. You know what I mean? Which is hard for the hardest hardcore rapper. It becomes hard because you still have to meet the requirements of what the industry wants. So you want to drop
the audience, right? Of the audience,
right? So being yourself is the strongest tool you can have. And I ain't trying to be on no after school special shit, but I'm Jumpman. This is a monopoly. I got it all. Now, if you want some of this, I need this. You know what I'm saying? Real rap. This is how I can tell somebody.
It's
because I got it all.
Right.
So why would I be somebody else? If I can monopolize this shit and I can make a motherfucker do whatever the fuck I want because he want this shit. It's like dope. This shit good. You want this shit, don't you?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So why the fuck am I trying to sound like Drake? Or why the fuck, like I said, that's what I'm saying. I searched and searched and searched for a sound.
Right.
That's why when I did that, hey, let's get away, man, I was just listening to T.I.'s version. I'm like, he fucked this up. He did. You know what I'm saying? But it's not good for me. So what I learned from being around different artists, and everybody got their process, when I go through mine, I don't listen to nobody else. I'm at work. Fuck what you doing. I'm better than you. I come and I approach it from the cockiest, narcissistic,
it's almost like a boxing avenue mindset to where it's like, I'm better than everybody. I have to convince everybody else that I'm better than everybody in order for everybody to come on board with what the fuck I'm putting out there.
It's like a weigh-in. It's like the weigh-in. You know when the fighters go to the weigh-in, right? They already know they fight. They've been training, doing everything they've been doing, right? But the weigh-in now, and everybody got to see each other in the public. Look, some cats, they already know what it is. It's for show. You feel what I'm saying? But at the same time, you know what's going on when you like you say, this is the prepare for the ring. You know what I mean? But I want to give a compliment though to my guy, man. I want to give a compliment. You know what I mean? I had watched the interview and the guy interviewed you, right? And you was just on chill mode, right? And then the guy like kept just trying to get that interview. He at the end of the day, it was a spit. You know what I mean? So you knew he was asking for that. So you lured him in, and then you just ripped that nigga. I said, oh shit.
Yeah.
And I looked at you after you was done. You was like, "This is what you asked for. You got it and more."
Hey, as a matter of fact, man, I was listening to. I actually was watching it too, Jimmy, man, and he was talking about the battle rap that you have done with one of the guys, and I don't really want to say his name. But
man, Mike, shout out to Mike Thao, man.
Mike Thao, man.
On the low,
hold on, bro. Hold on.
Too. I ain't even gonna sit here and fraud though.
Right, but he asked Jimmy. He said, "Do you feel like you won?" And Jimmy said, "Does a bear shit on ice?" And then he said, "Is frozen water tight?" I was like, "Oh shit." He said, "My man's ass, man." I was like, "I like this cat,
do
man."
Do a polar bear shit on ice? Is it frozen ass watertight?
Yeah, man.
Is it sunny in the summer? Don't ask me no dumb ass shit. But you know what though? Foul. That was my arch nemesis. Like that right there. That is really my arch nemesis. It's so bad. Like, back in the day when LCF was forming, you remember that shit, boo. Me and Thao kind of like, I didn't know though, but we supposed to get on this song. Now I'm the only one don't know that the song really is a battle to see who gonna get this spot. It ain't on some we on some childish shit. We kids. But you know, and then he got signed. He was fucking with Ruff and them. Remember Ruff had DJ Coriac and Ben Franklin and all them. So that's who they was fucking with. And you know, I got my own homies telling me he got out on me on the track. Now Thou was hot, bro. Thou hot. He always been hot. I always actually liked him. But you know, I would never tell him that because you know we gangbanging. So I'm talking about, bro, we sit across from each other in the barbershop. His barber across from my barber. We just rocking each other like, yeah, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And it started organically. My man Lino, you know what I'm saying? He up 46th Street. He's like, yo, man, they up here talking about Foul, the hottest nigga on the bottom, you know. And at the time I was writing, tell him Jimmy said it. And I'm like, man, what the fuck? I don't give a fuck. And I'm out of town. Now, you know, I'm out here trapping. I'm fucking them up. I'm living this shit, bro. I'm fucking them up. Most money I've ever seen in my life. So I ain't trying to hear that shit. I'm in the perfect space to be writing raps. I feel good right now. So I tell them, basically what I just told y'all. Then they call me back with Thou on the phone. At the time, I'm writing some shit about licking the box. You hear me? I'm talking about yams. You know what I mean? So when he jump on the jack, you know, Thou, he cocky because he went it too at the time. You know what I mean? So he like, come on, dog. You know you can't fuck with me. So now my ears perk up like, who the fuck are you talking to? Man, listen. So we set it up in the barbershop, and the first time I won, you know what I mean? Because he ain't respect the game. He got a little sloppy. He won the same, you know, because niggas was telling me he was hot. He just fell off to me a little bit there. He won his hungry. He won the Mike Thou, I remember. So the second one, I lost that joint. I felt like I should have won, but you know, I wasn't prepared like I was the second time. I was pissed. I mean, the first time I was pissed the fuck off, insulted. You know what I mean? And that's a part of my brand. All that shit plays a part. You know what I'm saying? My brand, this is what I'm selling. This little light-skinned motherfucker, he'll fuck your bitch, he get at $1, and the kicker is he'll beat you up, then shoot you. You feel what I'm saying? The pretty boy gangster shit. But you know, it's me. I'm from 39th and Poplar. I'm from where's ugly at. Boob, no? You know what I'm saying? So it's real. My homies know it's real. So it's easy to sell. Now we come to the second part. Brand solidified. Now you need some money, bro. They don't give a fuck how hot you is. No one cares. Who says you're hot? Who with some money said you was hot? Who vouching for this shit? You know what made Tell 'em Jimmy really rock? And I appreciate it, but it's a shame because, you know, motherfuckers follow waves. Shout out to my nigga George, man. Rest in peace, white boy, man. Right. White boy riding around banging this shit. Now everybody riding around banging this shit. I'm standing on 40th Street. I'm high. Motherfucker riding by. I'm like, damn, that sounds familiar. That's me. The fuck? You know what I'm saying? Niggas legit ride around playing this shit. So, you know, the vouchers, you know what I'm saying? The right ones, though. And the finance. Because, see, I learned a lot watching motherfuckers like, shout out to the warden from the Crush and Roll Morning Show, man. He found the Capital Punishment. And, you know, they had a little bag behind them, man. And he threw so much money at the situation. And, you know, this money pit's never satisfied. The yum, 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 yum. If you spending your money in the wrong places, you ain't gonna never get no results. So it's not about having a $1 million budget. You know what I'm saying? It's about generating rap money. And a lot of rappers, all they think is, I gotta sell some records. That ain't your only avenue to get money. Thanks. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, you gotta be able to, it's a business. And it's a business of intangibles. So you really gotta be good at it. You know what I'm saying? It's like banking. You know what I'm saying? And you can't touch a 401k till they give you goddamn money. You know what I'm saying? You can't touch a CD until they give you your money. It's an intangible. You know what I'm saying? So what you need to give these people is what they want. You have to know what they want. Like, I'm out here in Wilkes-Barre, and I have deduced that these people, what they want is to be able to purchase something that others can't purchase so they can feel better about themselves. All right, cool. What can I sell you that'll make you feel like you better than somebody? A VIP table. a very important person table at an event. I can sell you that. I can sell you some bottles. Now I got 2 different bottles. Now I gotta have 2 different bottles. This is why you always have a white and a brown and 2 different white and browns. I got some Ciroc for a buck, and then I got the Tito's for $125 because the bitches seem to like it more. And then I got Bel Air for $150. I just paid $30 for these joints. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna sell them, but that money is supporting my career. It wasn't free to go to Miami, even though we drove. We still had to get the Airbnb. That shit ain't free. We got kids, bro. We got bills, bro. And if you putting this shit before that, then you better be right at the door. You know the door everybody trying to open. Once we open the door, we can get in. That's all we trying to do. Bitch, you better, your knuckles better be on that bitch if you ain't paying your bills, because where your kids gonna sleep.
Hey, let me ask you this real quick, Jimmy. With that being said, I know my man Cash asked you basically what was the most important part. What do you feel is the hardest part about being a successful underground artist? What do you feel is the hardest part about that?
Being taken seriously, bro. You know what I mean? Being taken seriously. You know what I mean?
Getting your people
blowing up like crazy, son.
It's Friday night, baby.
Big facts.
But that's why I was on time. That's why I called you before this podcast started. I want to be taken seriously. My time is money, like your time is money. So I'm not gonna waste your time. This is, you know what I'm saying? So that's part of doing business. That's part of a DBA. That's part of an LLC. Being taken seriously. Just in general, when I sit across from a woman nowadays, if she's heard anything about me, she know I'm a rapper. And when I tell her I'm a rapper, and she don't, you a rapper? How old are you? You know what I'm saying? She don't take that seriously. So maybe I need to be able to tell her what I just told y'all. You know what I'm saying? And it makes sense then. Like, girl, I ain't playing. This shit's for real. You know what I'm saying? And it comes, being the hardest part is being taken seriously, but that it starts in you, being on time. First day, lastly, consistent.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot of times I don't write raps. I'm sending out emails. I'm posting. I'm researching. If you know, motherfuckers is doing these Spotify lists, playlists, and all that. Well, I want to know who are you? I want to check out your playlist. Because you ain't about to put me on some rinky-dink bullshit and charge me $100.
Do you have a team, Jimmy?
Excuse me?
Do you have a team?
I'm putting it together.
So one of the reasons I asked the question was, like, in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, right? The reason I asked you this is because, in my opinion, I think if you don't have a solid team, like, first of all, if you're not consistent yourself to show the team that you're willing to be dedicated to do whatever it takes, then no one's going to get behind you to do it. But I do think it's important to have people behind you that can take the burden off of yourself to say, okay, I can only do so much, right? Like, I can only pick the beats. I can only write the raps. I can only do these certain things so much. But I do need people behind me that are on social media and on doing all these extracurricular things that I just don't have the time to do. And I think that's a really, really important lesson for any underground artist to say, hey, look, you don't have to do everything yourself. You shouldn't have to do everything yourself. You should have people behind you that believe in you. But in order for them to believe in you, you do have to be consistent.
Right.
Right? You have to be telling them, I need this, I need that, I need to be on time. You're basically coaching them to tell them what the fucking do you want in your career.
My expectations is that anybody dealing with me will be paid. You know what I'm saying? A boss is one who guarantees we gonna need. That's what Ross said.
Yeah.
You know, shout out to Rick Ross. I'm still a little disappointed in him, but we'll talk about it another time. But and like I said, if all you think if you think that you about to give your friends the million that you just made off of that million streams ain't get you $1 million, baby. Believe that. So you got to know your whole thing. Like me, what I do is I like to bring out other artists. You know what I'm saying? I think it's the most organic way of building a relationship with another artist, to get that feature, to get that, you know what I'm saying? And
Network.
Right, and it's maximizing what can be done. Right, because maybe you do a feature, maybe he gives you a free feature, but if he's not promoting the song, then so it'll never touch the ground. And if it does, it'll take a long time because it's starting from your end of the funnel. So he needs to promote that. Then he got to sign off on it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of motherfuckers be like, oh, I paid you for the feature. Yes, you did, but you ain't paid me to sign off. That's a whole nother thing, bro. You know what I'm saying? So instead of doing that, what I do is, all right, come out here and do your thing, baby. You know what I'm saying? I'm paying you for your 15-minute set. And then I'm going to, charge people to come see it. And I'm going to turn a profit. And then I'll buy that feature and that sign off. But it won't, to do it the other way around is backwards. You know what I'm saying?
The main reason I asked this question is because a lot of the artists that come up now, like the one-offs and the ridiculous ones that probably a lot of people don't respect, that are the only reason they're in the limelight is because they pay social media companies to promote their shit, right? Like, oh, if I pay, $3,000 to this company, they're gonna spam the shit out of me on Instagram, right? And everybody gonna follow me, and I'm gonna get more following.
Like
and this is like the little pumps, the little fucking whatever you want to call them, right? Like all those type of artists. This is who they link up with, and they link up with artists social media content managers to promote their shit. So how do you feel about that? Like, because I know you're a street dude. I know you're a street dude from what you're saying, and all these different things. It's like, would you even entertain any of that?
Okay.
Or you want it more organic, where it's like your team just gonna put you out there, and we ain't gotta go to these major spam social media things to promote my shit.
You know what? I don't knock nothing. We can do that, but see, we're not gonna do that. To do some shit like that, to really do it, they want a couple dollars. $3,000 ain't a lot to a motherfucker that got $3,000.
No, I get it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Right now, I got $3,000, but I still don't think it's a good idea. It's not, because I think not organic. Right, but if we, like I said, let's just say I bring out like right now, I'm currently trying to bring out Suki Hana out to Wilkes-Barre. Shout out to Suki Hana. Because they love her out here. You know what I'm saying? They fuck with her. Now you may or may not know who she is, but she winning right now. She from Wilmington, went down Miami, she doing the thing, you know what I'm saying? And all the super hot girls and the ratchets and the hoes, yeah, they fuck with her. And just like that. Go check her out. Suki Hana the GOAT on Instagram.
Oh, she funny as shit, I tell you that.
Right. She's a handful. So, but now listen, I'm now she don't got no hit single that I heard, you know what I'm saying? So Suki, I ain't giving you more than 7, believe that. So I bring Suki, I see she hit me for 5 bands. It cost me $2,500 for the venue. That's $7,500. You know what I'm saying? Venue hold 1,000 people. You know what I'm saying? Because of Suki Hana with no major hit, but she doing her thing right. She buzzing. She got 1.3 followers. You know what I'm saying? I charge you $25. I got a 900 people came out. I done sold bottles. Well, I don't got no liquor license, so the place 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna put a percentage on the bottle. 200 bottles got sold and 900 people came. Now 900 times 25, you do the math, and we just gonna say, because 200 bottles got sold, 200 times 30. I got an extra 30 for every bottle that got sold. I made $30. So 200 times 30.
That's trenches shit right there. That's deep in the trench shit right there.
Facts.
So bad.
It is.
900.
We ain't gotta get into the math, Jimmy. We ain't trying to count your pockets, baby.
Listen, one time so it makes sense. That's $22,500 just off the door. Pleasure doing business with you, Suki. Facts. Now I take that money, that pays for Miami. And when we go to Miami, we're going to Miami because I'm a rapper now. I'm not going looking like James Reed. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't like to say they government, but you know, I believe that you ain't a gangster until they say your whole government. They don't never say your nickname versus the United States. It's your real name. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know, like
I'm gangster motherfucker because I'm government.
but you know, I think that's where the money's at, man. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna stay independent, you're gonna stay true to yourself, you can't forget your roots. And that's how you sell your records. Because now you know when you come out, you fuck with me, you know you're having a good time. All that shit I was talking is real. I did pop 100 bottles. You just don't know that I paid regular prices and you didn't. But that's what's going on.
So it sounds to me like it was like you're going a way more organic route than all these other rappers that was like you take a little pump or something like that, where they just pay a already established fucking Instagram account or whatever it is, a publishing or a marketing account, and say, hey, here's the same amount of money that I would give into the trenches, right? That I would invest into the trenches to get my money back, but I'd rather just pay it to them and then I just blow up.
So here's the thing, man. KC asked a question a couple podcasts ago about who destroyed the industry and hip hop and all that. And honestly speaking, we all kind of had it wrong because what destroyed hip hop, what destroyed the industry is the shit that we talking about right now. The unorganic, you know, Twitter smashes, the fucking Instagram smashes, the, you know, all that bullshit. Like it's no grind to the hip hop no more. It's I'm gonna pay this company and y'all gonna do all the work and I'm gonna just fucking sit in my house and fucking pop pills and jerk my dick and do absolutely fucking nothing. Like,
I kind of disagree with that because isn't that what a record label is?
It is, but no, because even with a record label, like way back when, you still had
kind of a record label.
You still had to be out there. You still the record label set it up for you to go to these places for you to be seen.
Yep.
That's what these accounts do. They tell you, hey, I got you set up with all these places.
You're not showing up. What they're doing is they just pushing Instagram, pushing Twitter, pushing all that shit.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I feel you, bro. I feel you, and you know, I go through that, but you know, I choose to go this route because one route is still in the guarantee. You could, like I said, you could throw as much money as you want. It's still got to catch.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, honestly, you're throwing money in a situation where the money comes back to you directly.
Right.
That's the difference.
But by it coming back to me directly, I can pay my homies and my because you know my homies do shit. They make flyers, they make posters, they got podcasts. I can pay y'all tonight.
That's what I'm saying. More people are getting paid directly, more people are getting paid organically, as opposed to I'm just dumping my money off into this market and they ain't paying nobody.
Right. But
they're only promoting me. Nobody's getting paid.
And then you got your same crew that's running with you. You didn't put that 3 down on that little whatever, and you got your same crew with you doing that same organic stuff that they're doing. But you know what I mean?
But now I saw the problem. You just said I need a team, right? What better? My team gonna really move. Like first and foremost, you already here because you love me.
Right.
Exactly. And then I pay you.
That's what I'm saying.
And you putting scratch in my pocket. Come on, man.
Right. Your girl ain't gonna burn you out because you know you running around with Jimmy. She ain't gonna say you a 2-bit loser because you running around with Jimmy fucking all the bitches. You still paying all the bills.
Yeah. So listen, listen up, fellas. First off, I know my man Jimmy, you know, that nigga phone been buzzing all crazy, so he probably about to get the fuck up out of here on this and shit. About to go do what you do and live a lavish lifestyle that we all wish we could live, you know what I'm saying? But it ain't about that. It ain't about that. So before you get out of here, Jimmy, first off, I want you to let everybody know where they can find you. And I want you to kind of real quick let us know, you know, what you got coming up, man, so we could, you know, we know what to look forward to.
All right, you could definitely find your boy. I'm on the gram a lot, Jumpman TVO, Jumpman_TVO.
Oh, and real quick before you keep going, your fucking Facebook lives, you definitely be in your bag, but go ahead, keep going.
Ain't no doubt.
I don't subscribe to that then.
Yeah, he definitely be in his bag with the joints, but go ahead.
On Facebook, I'm gonna check these joints, man. I think because I changed that thing to TVO. That's what we running with now, man. Trap vibes only, man. If you get up every day and you go to school, you trapping. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Jumpman TVO is my Facebook. If you in the track, you in the track. You know what I'm saying? If you got a small business, you in the track. It's the vibe. It's the the energy. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna send you a shirt too, bro. I got them right here. I meant to show you.
Energy,
right here.
like that.
Roger the fuck that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's the difference of being a loser and a winner, because a winner don't feel the way a loser feels. My energy is different.
Where can somebody buy that at?
Hey, hold on real quick. Show the shirt again one more time.
Yeah. Where can somebody buy that at?
Right now, I'm about to put them online, but I think I'm changing the design. It was originally like this, but I sent the double proof and they didn't get me in time. I cussed people out because when I was on the publicity tour, I didn't have my merch. So that's another thing, merch. You feel me? It's a business.
We definitely gonna get you back on here so we can go through all that. You know what I'm saying? This is your first time, but you damn sure ain't your last time. You already know how I get down, my nigga.
Not at all.
You already know how I get down, so you will be back. You know what I'm saying?
Subscribe to the YouTube channel, Jumpman39. You know what I'm saying? And if y'all got some time, I got a little heat for you. You know what I'm saying? Unless you just want to catch it on the gram, because it's going up.
How about this? How about this? Because we gotta fill our cups up here in a second, and then we can get a couple flames from you, and then you can go live the lavish lifestyle as you do. I ain't gonna lie, I'm a little jealous, but I ain't gonna say that on camera.
You said it already.
It's all good. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna fill these cups up and come right back. You know what I'm saying? Jimmy gonna come back. He gonna give us some flames, then he gonna dip out on us and go live the lavish lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? We all on the table, baby.
Hey, Jimmy, this you?
All on the table, dog.
Hey, no doubt. Yeah, that's me.
All right.
No doubt. Appreciate it, bro.
Subscribing right now.
Hey, Jimmy.
Tap in, man. Let me know what you think when we tap back in.
I got it.
Hey, where you at on the gram, Jimmy?
Jumpman
TVO.
Yeah.
_ TVO.
Yeah.
Bet that.
No doubt. Appreciate it, bro. Real shit.
Right.
We back in the motherfucking building. So
that's what's up.
Before we took our little break, Spank, just to fill you in, my man Jimmy just dropped a bunch of jewels on us. You know what I'm saying? He talking shit as the fuck he should. You know what I mean? And now what he gonna do is he about to lace the fuck out of us with some of that flamage.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's what's up. That's
I know you and my man KC, y'all was stewing all week saying, damn, is this nigga gonna give us some force? And in my mind, I said, I know my man Jimmy. I know my man Jimmy. I ain't gotta ask him because I know how he get down. You know what I'm saying? This that West Philly shit that motherfuckers don't understand. Like, you show the fuck off when you show the fuck off, because that's what we do. You know what I mean?
Hey, man. I just want to say, Jimmy, man, before you get off, bro, your shit's hot, man. Keep grinding, young brother.
I appreciate that, bro. Real shit. Definitely.
Keep grinding.
I want to say, too, my brother, that, I appreciate what you're doing because you're doing real hip-hop. And that's what I appreciate, man. I'm not a fan of that other stuff, but what you doing, man, I done checked the videos. I heard the song, yo, fam, you hot. Keep doing the hip-hop. Keep hip-hop alive, bro. Facts.
Ain't no doubt, man. And, I appreciate that, man. I'm gonna try and make it happen, man. Put this shit on my back, man. TVO shit for real, man. But
Indeed, man.
Hey, also too, man, I want you to make sure you flood me with your shows, man, because I'm way the fuck out here in goddamn New Hampshire, but I still want to make sure I make it to at least one show here in the near future. You know what I'm saying? You know me, I always support, man. That's just what the fuck I do. Yeah. Even if I show up for 5 fucking minutes, at least I show the fuck up, unlike most motherfuckers. You know what I mean?
Hey, keep me posted, man. I might be, you never know when I'm gonna pop up in New York. So that's a skip hop and a jump from Philly.
Just in case you know, the nigga Spank, as my man KC said, he don't let grass grow under his feet.
Hey, man, that's why I'm wondering if this nigga's on the road right now, bro. Yeah. He behind the wheel. That nigga might be on the road, bro.
Yo, I'm trying to make something happen.
I know you are. I know you are.
The 28th. the 28th through the 1st, I'm down Miami, man. There's a showcase down there. My man Reese lined up for me. Go down there, I'm gonna shoot some videos and all that shit, man. And I'm amped. Like I said, you know, sometimes when you let them good writing spaces, man, and this is what I'm on right now. So I'm going to give y'all.
To piggyback on something you said earlier, right? So my man Cash Money, right? He told me I was what word did he use for me? He said I was what you call me, Cash Money? When I told you I need to hear my own shit so I could write. What the fuck did you call me? He basically told me I was the stuck up son bitch with
Yeah.
He's talking with narcissist.
He's
narcissist.
This is what he said. He said, "Damn, that's real conceited."
Yeah.
But here's the thing, like, and I don't know if all artists can agree with that, can agree with what I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna ask you, Jimmy, if you feel the same way. When I write, I want to make every verse that I write better than what I wrote previously. So if I listen to somebody else, I'm tapping into their energy versus my energy. You know what I'm saying? Like when I get into my space where I want to write, like I will literally listen to myself for like a week straight. And it might even be the same song over and over and over, because in my mind, this song that I'm writing, even if it's just a verse, this verse has to be better than everything else that I've wrote previously. Like, and I don't want nobody else's energy in my shit. Like I want my energy to keep flowing and keep building. So let me ask you, Jimmy, when you write, do you find yourself listening to yourself or listening to right now's hip hop? Do you find yourself listening to 90s hip hop, fucking 80s hip hop? Do you find yourself listening to underground, mainstream? Like, what do you need to listen to get yourself in that mental space when you feel you need to really buckle down and create a fabulous verse?
Right now, I ain't gonna hold you. I tune out. You know what I'm saying? I do tune out distractions of the artists. I do tune a lot of that out, but I do remember to make time for it because I gotta keep an eye on the competition. You know what I'm saying? I gotta see what's going on the playing field. So mainly me, I like when new music drop, I go listen to it. As I'm writing, as real time is happening, this shit just dropped as I'm putting this shit together. You know, the bars being set as you writing. You know what I'm saying? So if you was writing to be better than this shit and they just dropped this shit and now you behind. You know what I'm saying? So like I do kind of tune out, but I keep an eye on what's going on in the hip hop industry, you know what I'm saying? The scandal, the ups, the downs, you know what I'm saying? Because this is my job. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I do tune the 10 out though, like, but I tune out because I pick new school beats and put old school flows on, old school raps. But it honestly, man, it ain't too many dudes out here that's your bar spitters. You got Meek and you got Cole, you know what I'm saying? But these elites, ain't no mediums between them, you know what I'm saying? There's very few a nigga right coming behind them. I guess you want to say Dave East. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't a whole lot of
let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. I want you to give me two artists, right? One artist being the person that you feel, rather it be an underground artist, rather it be a mainstream artist, that's whatever you choose to say who it is. But first, I want you to give me the artist that you feel motivated you and made you feel like you had to be a fucking MC. And then second, I want you to give me the artist that you feel like right now, I'm not going to say is the GOAT, but who you feel is the most untouchable.
Who you chasing?
The lyrics. You know what I'm saying?
Who you chasing?
Who do you feel right now that I don't give a fuck who you put them up against, their lyrics will be bar for bar better than everybody out there? So we're gonna start off with the person that motivated you and turned you into an artist. Like everybody got that one motherfucker that they heard and was like, holy shit, like I gotta do this. You know what I'm saying? For me personally, that was Scarface. You know what I'm saying? That's why he's still the GOAT to me at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So, and honestly, I think a lot of my lyrics, like I tell stories. I'm a lyricist. Like I don't believe in just putting out bubblegum flows. And that's something Face has never done. He always on topic, on point, on concept. Like, so that's how that influenced me to be the same way. Like, who was that one person for you? And then who is that person right now? It could be the same person if you want, and it may be the same person. I don't know. But who is the person that influenced you, and who is the person right now that lyrically, bar for bar, I'm talking about their whole collection is just untouchable. Nobody can fuck with them.
All right, you know, the crazy part about it is, it's kind of to be clear, right? The person that made me want to be a rapper, believe it or not, Boob, and you ain't even gonna believe this shit, bro. What I'm about to say might make you have a fucking brain aneurysm. You remember my Uncle Vic? You know he was a DJ.
I did
You know
not.
Yeah, Paulie used to be in my basement, goddamn Wink and all them. And he'd be down there mixing the records, and they'd be rapping.
Hold on, rest in peace, my nigga Wizzy.
Not Paulie.
We
not
definitely
Paulie,
gotta say
Johnny.
that. Yeah,
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, my nigga Wizzy. I know to die. You know what I'm
Yeah, I
talking
know.
about. That was my man. That was my day one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to that nigga. But go ahead, Jimmy.
You know, I was a young boy. You feel me? But even before them coming down the basement and doing that, my uncle, he used to write raps, and he used to DJ, and he helped me write raps. Like I had one rap, I knew that shit front and back. I had footy pajamas on in this shit. You hear me?
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So the entertainment shit would come from like my family, my grandpa. He was like running around with Kenny Gamble before it was Kenny Gamble and Huff. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, real quick, not to cut you off. What was the other boy name? The brown skin boy who used to be with all the time.
Who
A couple doors up. Short brown skin boy. I can't remember his name. Because Vic used to be with him all the fucking time.
John.
There you go, John. Them two niggas was always together. And I remember John used to
identifying these people by their skin color.
No. If you knew who I'm talking about, then you'll know what I'm talking about. Like Jimmy know what I'm talking about.
Right.
Like little shit.
Nah, I'm fucking with you.
John was probably one of the quietest, coolest motherfuckers you'll ever meet in your fucking life. But on the DJ,
I ain't allowed to do that shit.
On the DJ tip, John was a fucking beast. Like he was a beast.
Right. I grew up with fucking turntables and 6x9s and amps all in my basement, like crates full of records. You know what I'm saying? Like I grew up to listening to my uncle get his scratch together. You know what I'm saying? So hip hop has always been there. Now, as far as who currently runs the game,
that's the thing. It don't have to be currently. It's just I don't want to label them that GOAT because that puts it in a different conversation. But I want you to name that person that you feel their catalog, bar for bar, line for line, just is untouchable.
You come on, man. It's Jay, of course. Why you think there's no versus Jay? Everybody else is versus. There is no versus Jay-Z.
Okay.
Who's going to versus with Jay-Z?
Which goes back to what we talked about a few weeks ago.
We could definitely do a Kanye West versus Jay-Z versus, and I personally feel like Kanye West will crush him, but we can go ahead.
But you know what though, Raw?
Well,
iron sharpens iron.
You could also get into the fact that Jay-Z bites bars.
Exactly. That goes back to what we was talking about a couple weeks ago, Raw.
Mm-hmm.
Who now I want to know who he bit, because you gotta remember. Hey, hold up before you speak. Before you speak,
mm-hmm.
I'm familiar with what you're going to say.
What I'm gonna say?
I already know the individuals you're going to name.
Who am I name? Go ahead, tell me.
First of all, you're only going, hold up, before I'm gonna say my point. I'm gonna say my point first.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing wrong with piggybacking off of a sentence, less than a paragraph, and then from that, spawning a whole new thought and giving credit. Like, yeah, you inspired this. That's hip hop. You know what I'm saying? That's not biting. Okay. Now, if biting is taking your whole thing and then saying, this is me. We ain't talking about a couple lines. I'm talking about this whole act. And we ain't gonna say it ain't been done. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker steal your shit. You see what happened to Steve Jobs and Bill Gates?
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So it happens. You know what I'm saying? But you know, Biggie, you know what I'm saying? He used make a lot of references to Biggie, Snoop Dogg,
Rakim.
But if you make money off money off of it,
Slick Rick.
Yeah, I mean, we keep going if you like.
But listen, after you say the bar that he used, because the way he uses it, to me, honestly, it always gives some type of automatic emphasis. You know, this ain't me. This the guy. He's that famous.
Actually, I can't agree with that part. The reason I can't agree with that part, because most people have, I ain't gonna say most people, a lot of people didn't know too much about Rakim, too much about Slick Rick. A lot of the younger folks that listen, I'm talking about mainly the younger folks. Okay. You got Gramps. You got to remember.
No, hold up, stop.
Right now, this panel of us right here is a few different generations. You know what I'm saying? So we got to look at the whole spectrum of it. Anybody, most people 25 and under, when they listen to Jay, they don't know nothing about Rakim. Most of them never even heard of fucking Slick Rick. And for motherfuckers to still tell me that they never heard a Biggie song, it's like, where the fuck was your dad when you grew up?
Yeah.
About EPMD. EPMD.
Now listen, you don't know. We're going to go back to the date that song was dropped. When was this motherfucker 25? You know what I'm saying? Because the shit that he was dropping on Blueprint, I was in my 20s when the Blueprint came out, and he was making these, but he's making these references. He's making these references to these old school rappers, though. You know, Jay ran around with Big Daddy Kane.
Yeah,
so
was his young. Yes, indeed. Right. Yeah.
I look at it as I always looked at it as a salute.
And he went on tour with Melly Mel.
Yeah.
Right. So
who was the god?
Right. Listen. If you take a motherfucker whole thing, I mean his whole thing, even if not the whole thing, you got 8 bars in my fucking.
First off, I'm gonna say, Paul.
Hold on. I want to point this out. Hold on, let me say something. I want to point this out. How does everybody feel about Jay-Z just completely reinventing Me and My Girlfriend?
I won't say that he reinvented it, because
no, he bit it.
No, see,
like he redid the whole fucking song with Beyonce.
But you can't bite a song that famous. The song's too famous for you to just not know.
Yes, you can.
Sampling it.
Yes, you can when it's 10 years later.
But the song is so
famous. He did it his style.
No. Hold on.
Think about who it is.
Hold on.
Think about who it's my right-hand man, Biggie, one of his bangers.
No, Me and My Girlfriend was not a Biggie song. That was a Tupac song.
Yeah.
That he took.
No. But listen, even Me and My Girlfriend know. But the song is too famous for you not to know. Understood.
No, that's wrong. I think that's wrong in the context of where it's like it happened like how many years later? Like 10 years later.
How many songs has Puff sampled that was hit?
That's like kind of showing homage. He's showing homage. Mind you, at that time, Pac is dead, and he's doing a job with his girlfriend.
I think the big difference here is like you can sample whatever you want. You can sample whatever you want.
Pac got some bullshit in the archive. Personally, I think Pac got some bullshit in them crates. You hear me? But this ain't one of them. This is one of, come on, dog. That's Pac. Stop playing. I don't give a fuck who you is. Even if these young boys go Google him, if a young boy who don't know shit about Pop go Google this motherfucker and he look up what me and my girlfriend did, he gonna be like, yeah, this was one of his hits. Anybody with a brain, like, yeah, look at the numbers on this motherfucker.
Right.
Oh, you know what I'm saying? It's too big to say that this motherfucker. Well, who would risk that? Who would risk that? No, this is a complete original piece of work.
He did it. Jay-Z
So the only thing
get away with it.
The only thing I would say,
because it's Beyonce on the track. That's why he got away with it.
And you know what though, man?
Even though because he's Jay-Z.
I agree.
Even though it was a
all right, so I put it out to the populace. It's like, is that a biting song?
But no, here's the
same
difference.
beat. Yes. Use Beyonce because Beyonce was popular and put Beyonce on the song.
It's not.
Hold on. What was you about to say,
It's
KC?
not quite the same beat. It's not quite the same beat. And on
top
top
of
of that,
it's not the same beat at all. But go ahead, KC.
On top of that, hold on. On top of that, having Beyonce on that joint and we just got married is a sweet fucking sales pitch.
Yeah.
Come on, you gotta look.
That's pretty much. That's what I was gonna say, Jimmy. Even though it was
they attacked. She already had an album out.
Even though it was a pop song, the fact that Jay made it and put B on there, that shit, it turns up, man. Because you talking about Queen B. You talking about the Queen.
That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. To say that Pac that hated Jay-Z, that he could just take that fucking song and do something about it. That's like Nas taking a fucking.
Here's my take on it.
But that's what makes it homage.
I feel you on that too,
exactly. Look, that's what makes
it fighting.
That's what
biting is biting.
Can't fucking do that.
Biting, no, don't matter. Biting is biting.
But you know what?
Hold on, listen. 20 years after you die, death is final, y'all. You might have hated me in life, but I ain't want that for you, bro. I'm supposed to.
I get that.
Right, I'm paying homage, bro. No hard.
That ain't homage. That ain't homage when you write the whole song.
How? He ain't spit his lyrics. He had his wife.
He bit the whole concept of it and put Beyonce on it because Beyonce was popular.
Yeah.
No.
The only reason he got away with it is because Beyonce was on it.
No.
Beyonce, but listen,
he didn't get away with it. He didn't get away with it.
Bitch.
He didn't get away with it because...
Hold up. The song is about me and my bitch.
Yes.
Bonnie and Clyde. They died together.
He did not get
away with it. Right. Hold up. The whole concept to the song, that's what I'm saying. He's legally married to this bitch. We are both the top of the fucking game. If she Bonnie, the baddest bitch out here, I'm definitely fucking Clyde.
Mm-hmm.
It's perfect.
You're all sporting this shit.
Pac is gone.
Yeah, the concept.
Biggest hit.
Yeah, the concept. The timing.
Listen, any label with a half a brain would have did that. If the call was,
I know that. I know the business part of it. That's obvious, right? Like, I know the business part of it. That's
so. But did he spit bars? The verse, not the hook. The verse. The hook is a tribute. The hook is a. Remember this one, y'all. This shit on steroids. Now listen to these bars. And listen to this harmony.
So I'm gonna pay homage to someone that hated me. No.
I just seen Kwame. I just seen Kwame.
Hold on, Jimmy.
Paul, you know what I'm talking about.
Listen.
I can't back it.
I'm gonna shoot that down.
Can't back it.
Listen,
I'm sorry, I can't back it.
I don't see it as a homage thing at all. And I don't think Jay was necessarily doing it to pay homage. What Jay did was the same thing that a lot of people feel like Eminem did. A lot of people feel like Eminem was a product of the moment. And what Jay did and what Jay still does.
Direct song, though.
Yeah, no, but listen, if it wasn't Jay-Z, if it wasn't Jay-Z, nobody would have looked at it the way that they looked at it. A lot of people would have instantly been like, "Oh."
No, they would have been more critical about it
because it was Jay-Z, because of his name, people allowed it. People didn't look at it. Then you also too got to remember when that song came out, you still had a lot of people who listened to Jay and didn't listen to Pop or never gave a fuck about Pop. So, like, all right, you for instance,
too big.
So listen,
too big.
Cash
That
Money.
don't even make any sense. That don't even make any sense. You're saying because no one.
He was too big. The song was everywhere. There's no way that it. The only way that happened is if your parents ain't listen to rap, bro.
Can't say
song
that.
was
Listen.
too big.
So I used to work.
Too big. He was
My
too
man,
big.
hold on. Listen, true story.
They forced it on him.
Hold on, true story. My man Paul, my man Spank, He works with a guy right now that I used to work with. This motherfucker is from Chicago. He explained to me that they didn't listen to Biggie at all because they loved Pac so much. Because they loved Pac so much, they didn't even listen to Jay-Z at all. So now I'm not gonna say that was him. I'm not gonna say it was his hood. I'm not gonna say it was the whole fucking state of Illinois because I don't know. But from what he explained to me is where he was at, where he dwelled, niggas didn't listen to no fucking Biggie, no Jay-Z. They didn't listen to nobody from New York because they love Pac so fucking much. So if you was from Chicago, if you was from that area where he was from, if you would have listened to that song, you instantly would be like, man, fuck this biting ass motherfucker, yada, 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 yada. Secondly, Cash Money, where you was at, you got a little bit more bias because you listened to more Pac than you heard more Biggie. So it's going to be
no, that's not right. No, that's
let
not
me finish.
true
Let me
at all.
finish my point, baby. Let me finish.
That's not true at all.
Listen, let me finish. Here's the thing. Me personally, I feel like the song itself was his song as dope as Pac's songs, not even in the ballpark, not even close. But I think because of who he was is the reason why most people didn't look at it as a remake.
You bite a song, you bite a song.
God damn it. I agree. I'm agreeing with you. What the fuck you mean? I'm agreeing with you.
Go with it.
But I'm telling you why. The same reason why I told y'all last week, the same reason I told y'all, I don't think that was last, I think that was the week before. The same reason I told y'all I feel like Lil Wayne destroyed hip hop is the same reason why Jay-Z got away with it. His name. If anybody else would that same exact thing, then it would have been looked at different. But because Jay-Z is who he is, people that look at it and say, oh shit, he remade Pac's song, because you never heard people say it, even though he literally used the same exact fucking hook. And it had nothing to do with Beyonce being on it. It was literally specific.
But does that make it right?
Does it make it right? No, I don't.
And if I did it, they say I was biting.
Exactly.
If Jay did it, you say it's homage. But if I do it, I'm biting.
Can y'all call on me, please? Call on
What's
me.
the difference?
Here's the difference. Here's the difference. You can't write. Here's the difference. You can't write nothing that Jay-Z can produce.
No.
Right. It's a given that he farts these Jones out.
Right.
Right? Now, as much as my fans support me, we all Jay-Z fans. Cause it ain't. Come on, y'all. You got to respect it, even if you're in the fan, even if you don't love him, you still love the hate.
No question, yeah. You gotta respect him. You gotta respect him, no doubt.
No, I respect Jay-Z, but he bit the song.
Facts.
No, listen.
A fact.
Number one, there's no goddamn way you're not paying that estate. You're not biting that. You're not claiming credit for using that. You're going to pay for that. Number one. So that's on public record. You know what I'm saying? It's evident. There's no way I can bite this big ass hit. And if saying that is true, then Mace bad boy. He bit that.
No, Diddy spent a lot of bread on Bad Boy, man.
You have right. Now listen, as far as Chicago go, as far as Chicago go at the time, now what them niggas was buying and riding to in their personal vehicle is one thing. But what the radio station was playing is another. Nigga, you gonna hear Hypnotized. I don't give a fuck who you like. If you ain't got to like him, but this Hypnotized
you so right about that. Fact.
Yeah.
How did we go from Hypnotized?
You right, bro. You fact. That's fact.
That's the radio. That's the point.
That is facts. You right.
Yeah,
bro. That's the point.
Yeah. Hey,
listen, that's the
but let me get this.
Tupac wrote Bonnie and Clyde, and I don't give a fuck if you ain't like Tupac. That shit smothered the airwaves. Nobody can ever steal that.
Yeah.
Because that was an era, a whole fucking year probably, where that shit was the shit and no one will forever. Some babies got made that summer.
Yeah, and even if you hear it now, you're gonna bob your head to it.
Because we all know. There's just listen, there's a ribbon in the sky. We can make a million different versions to a ribbon in the sky, but automatically we all know this is Stevie.
So he didn't steal it.
And the thing is, man, I mean,
So he didn't
you
steal
talk
it.
about
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Hold on.
So
Jay,
for R&B, if an
Did he
R&B
steal it or not?
R&B artist
I don't think
brings
you
out
hear.
a new
I
version
don't
of
think you
There's
hear
a
the
River in the
conversation.
Sky, he bit that.
Cash Money.
Huh?
I don't think you hear any conversation. Everybody's agreeing with you that yes, he stole it. But if because of who he is, that's the reason why nobody looked at it as a big issue. If
But
let's say, hold on,
that would be stipulating that he couldn't do better.
The issue that we were talking about is like, how many fucking things did Jay-Z steal?
a lot.
This is one of them.
A lot. Yeah.
I agree.
Listen,
A lot.
Why are we all
shit
talking
like this though? That he said. Remember what he said to Nas? He said, "And you ain't get a coin, nigga. You was getting fucked then. I know who I paid, dog. Searchlight Publishing." He telling you right then and there, bro. I ain't bite your shit. I did it on purpose and I made it better. You made it a hot line.
Yeah.
I made it a hot song.
Exactly.
The thought that was inspired.
Yeah.
I'm giving
It don't
you
make
the
it
credit.
right.
No, he been
Listen,
doing it. Dog,
But we're not saying they make it right, but it's still a little homage in there too.
he been doing it since his very first fucking mainstream album. Now, I never really broke down the Sophie Life Fame type music. Like he had some shit on there, but for real, he was at that time he was trying to build off like Big L, McGruff, all them dudes. Like he was building, he was like building off. See, my man Slime know what I'm talking about. He was more so building off them dudes than anything else.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I know. Yeah.
but what's
And
wrong
he was a
with
Jazzo.
inspiration?
You
So
know,
Jay-Z
Jazzo
wasn't
was the
allowed to be
man.
inspired by
And he
other
was a
artists?
Big L fan.
He wasn't. No. He
Steal
was
right off the rap.
He was
What
one
does
of
that
Big
make?
L young boys. That's what he was.
So if you
And
steal-
Jazzo's young boy too.
So
Though.
listen to me. If Big L, I'm say something that most of y'all probably either never thought about or didn't know.
you're just stealing.
If Big L never died, if McGruff never went to jail, if Biggie didn't die, Jay-Z would not be who he is to this day.
I agree.
And if an eagle had an iPod in his ass, it'd be music in the sky.
Listen,
Yeah.
hey Jimmy, doing these little fly ass lines, you get the fuck out of here with that shit, cuz.
Listen, guys, bro, listen. There's a track with Big L and Jay-Z. And while Big L was the street dominant one I can't even say that because Jay was at the time, around that time, he was poised. You gotta go listen to the song. It's on YouTube.
When you say that, but okay, go ahead.
Jay-Z's fraud.
Listen, I think I don't know. See, you can't call him a fraud, bro.
I got to.
No. I'm not calling him a fraud.
I know. No, you know
what I'm
Emory
saying
is,
is,
right? Hold
what I'm
on.
saying is, if
you know
Big
Emory Jones is home, right? Hold on. Listen, you know Emory Jones is home. He a real person. You know what? Yeah, bro. You know what he was in jail for? Bro, boy was running around, bro, and that's why I respect him.
I get that and I understand that. But what I'm saying
to you go back to Brandon.
What I'm saying to you is, what I'm saying to you
talking that shit.
Jay-Z.
To feel that good, I'm telling you, the only feel dope money make you feel that good. Did you hear the shit he was saying back then? He won't bite nobody flows back then. Fuck a hook. Who was rapping like Jay-Z?
Big L.
Everybody.
No. Okay, in the beginning when we went to street levels, but once we start touching that schmugger.
No, everybody was rapping like
L. Hold on, Big L, Bird McGruff, Sauce Money, Jazzo. We can keep going if you really want to.
Yeah.
Sauce. Listen, Sauce. But
my
now,
nigga,
listen.
for motherfuckers that
Big
don't
L
know.
died.
No.
Big L died before he could get polished. He was too young.
Time out, rep. I ain't too young for this conversation right here. And I know my man Slizzarm, aka.
No, I said Big L was too young. He was in his 20s.
Dog,
Big L was in his 20s. He was talking lavish, but he was still talking
listen to me when I tell you this, Jimmy. Jay-Z is a product of timing. Because trust and believe, like I just said to you, that Big L not died, if McGruff wouldn't have went to jail, Jay-Z would not.
Tupac wouldn't have died.
Nah, he wouldn't be the Jay-Z is today.
Exactly.
Yo, KC, what you think, bro?
I'm with you, bro.
Facts. He would not.
Exactly.
Even if Biggie was still around, he wouldn't.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Listen, let me tell. Hold on. Listen, right? No, a lot of people don't agree with me with this, right? But I say it, I'm gonna say it again. To this day, I think Reasonable Doubt is a better first album than Ready to Die. Real, yeah. Go back and listen. He was talking big money. Man, Bull was talking. Biggie got 60,000 for that deal. Bull had 60,000 when he came in.
The deal don't even matter.
The money matter. It's in my pocket. I ain't waiting for mine. I'm talking different. That's what I'm trying to tell you, bro. That's what I was listening to. While Biggie was talking heavy, he was talking about he might have give me the loop. He robbing, but he ain't never.
So
he ain't never.
So
come on, bro. Friend the foe.
Let me help you out, Jim.
He ain't tell you how that track go.
Hold on. Let me help you out, Jimmy. Let me help you out. So you just explained to me that Reasonable Doubt was a better album than Ready to Die. I hear you. I feel you. I'm gonna pick my hat back up at this point because I'm gonna drop some shit on you real quick, right? You do realize that nobody listened to, I ain't gonna say nobody, pretty much nobody really listened to Reasonable Doubt until in my lifetime came out. It took for his second album for people to go back and listen to his first album.
Until Foxy Brown shit, the Sunshine shit.
When
Where
Ready
was
to
he
Die,
at?
dog, Ready to Die came
The game
out,
was
hit the
different.
fucking ground running hard.
He was with Bad Boy.
It don't matter who the fuck he was.
He wasn't. Reasonable Doubt wasn't no Rockefeller yet, baby.
Man, I ain't trying to hear that shit.
Oh man,
Fuck out of here. Don't try to come up with no excuses. We ain't even doing those. We ain't doing those.
No, listen.
The only reason anybody listens to Jay-Z is because he had Foxy Brown.
Bad Boy had Craig Mack
on Sunshine.
He was already in the game.
Dog, Craig Mack had one song, so you can get the fuck out of here with that Craig Mack shit.
Yo, Big took Craig Mack's spot.
Facts.
Big took Craig Mack's spot. They see when Big dropped his joint, they say, "Oh, Craig Mack, hold up, you can get on this."
One song.
Come on, Big.
And bullshit and party.
The only reason
that was Big's and bullshit. Let's party and bullshit.
Sunshine song.
You listen, because y'all about to get me hyping in the motherfucker. Y'all about to get me. No, I ain't gonna say y'all. Jimmy about to get me hyping in the motherfucker.
Say his name.
You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate being here. You know what I'm saying?
You better keep that shit down in Virginia, bro.
I ain't in Virginia.
No, Vermont. You gotta keep it down over there. Keep it down over there. Don't get too loud.
No shit in Vermont.
How about this?
Yeah.
How about I fill my cup up and tone myself down, which I probably won't tone myself down because y'all.
Come on, man. Hold up. Will somebody pull up Ready to Die's playlist, please? Let's just pull it up. Hold on, what?
Fucking classic. I don't even know why you would even.
All those classics.
You can't compare the two.
It's no
doubt. It's not even on the same playing field.
They're not even on the same wavelength. To tell me that, to try to explain to me that fucking Reasonable Doubt's on the same level as fucking Ready to Die, you out your goddamn mind, Jimmy.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
So whatever you was, I don't even smoke, dog.
No,
whatever you smoking, I'm smoking with you when I see you, my nigga. We definitely smoking together, and I don't even smoke.
Turn on Can't Knock the Hustle.
Huh?
Turn on Can't Knock the Hustle.
Turn on the what?
Listen. I'm a big Biggie fan. But Biggie was talking about, listen, did Biggie not say, wait a minute, wait a goddamn minute, Biggie say out his mouth that a mother bitch looked so good that he would suck on her daddy's dick. What?
Okay, maybe he did. What does that matter?
I mean, I would want to hope he didn't suck on no little Woodsons.
But so what does that matter about?
So
what does that matter about who's better, Jay-Z or?
This is why it matters, because there is a term called the gay rapper. You're a gay rapper.
Now you're saying Biggie
we
was
let
gay?
Biggie slide with that shit. That's what I'm saying. And then, wait a minute, I ain't goddamn done. And then he turned around and said,
Jimmy, stop that. You won't get no credibility in this world.
With it.
I fucked the
what the fuck?
Bro,
you would never get any credibility.
I think the album, listen.
You gonna say my man Big was gay? He had two broads.
What? That's whack as
fuck.
fuck.
Fellas, fellas.
Dead presidents.
Like that?
Hold on, fellas.
Can I live?
Off
Friend
the
of foe,
movie.
coming to eggs, cashmere thoughts.
Y'all throwing me way off track, and I ain't even mad at y'all for that though. You know what I'm saying?
They gonna be mad I said that. They gonna be mad I said that. Yeah.
Finish this motherfucking conversation because Jimmy, you got a lot to explain there, brother.
Yeah.
You got a lot
I told
to
you I'm gonna be
explain
mad,
there,
man.
brother.
Ain't no doubt, man. But listen, man, real shit though. But this is what hip hop is, man. Like that,
Exactly.
and that's it's such a melting pot, man. If you can, you know what I mean, see one thing and create another, you know what I mean, it's all a perception, man. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think that we should be limited by like what's biting. This is biting. The boy quitting writing for Drake.
Yeah.
That's
facts.
Hold on. First of all, that's a whole nother topic that we done covered and we done covered and we done covered, and that shit will never stop.
Yeah.
Like that's
Because Drake is not hip hop.
It's biting when you claim. Listen, it's biting when you claim to push your pen. Now, it's, you know, they say Sauce Money wrote for Jay-Z.
Sauce Money, Jazzo, a lot of motherfuckers they say wrote for Jay. Shit.
But listen.
Hold on. First off, in Lil Wayne's best years, he had Gilly writing for him, but people don't want to admit that.
Yeah, that's how. Yeah.
Gilly said that though. He put him on blast.
But listen,
I had opportunity. You know, it wasn't an opportunity. I had to survive. So you know, my survival of where something. This is not what as I'm a young boy. Oh, damn, you on the block? Yeah, I'm on the block. Ain't about nothing, but I'm still going to work. You know what I mean? So it's like I'm not on the block. Yeah, this where I rest my head at. You know, when I gotta go to work, my time going to work. But surviving and doing block is different. You feel what I'm saying? Because when you doing the block, all you know is the block. It's not you got kids. Well, your kids, y'all gotta live around here. Don't fuck out. No, it's not none of that. Look, I was surviving, and I survived in a place where I grew up at. Whereas, we all grew up and survived in our same neighborhood. But some people in this new mentality now is the block. All right, well, okay. What we doing with the block? I mean, and I feel like it's a hypnotize. You know what I mean? What is we doing with the block? You know what I mean? Like, I could do this on my own. You know what I mean? Like, if we go on that route, you know what I mean? Like,
hey, let me ask this, right? My man, I got a question for you, man, and I've been meaning to ask you this kind of for the last few weeks, man. We all know you from the Mecca of hip hop, regardless of if people want to agree with that, disagree with that. It is what it is. Hip hop started in New York. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So certain things I say, I know a lot of people can't agree with, but when I say it, it instantly hits home with you because you right the fuck there. So when I name people like McGruff, when I name people like Big L, when I say Sauce Money, like when I say certain names, Jazzo, like when I say certain names, like, who the fuck is these dudes? And it's like you right there.
New York legends, right? New York legends.
Like, when it comes to lyrics, when it comes to bars, like a lot of motherfuckers don't really, they know the Jay-Z, they know the Mobb Deeps, you know what I'm saying? They know the Bad Boy, like, but they don't know all the motherfuckers that was before these dudes. Like motherfuckers don't realize. Like when I say the name Murder Mace, people be like, what the fuck you mean Murder Mace? Who the fuck is that? And I'm like,
don't get it.
You see what I'm saying? Like it's different because and when I said to y'all, like I've been deep in hip hop for a long time. Like this not something I just started listening to.
I see that.
You know what I'm saying? Like I remember fucking 8 is Enough. You know what I'm saying? Like literally I play that song and motherfuckers be like, yo, when this shit come out? And I'm like, dude, this track old as fuck. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Ooh, but you know what's funny? You know what's funny about what you're saying though, right? Is this though? I'm gonna say that, it's really ironic because when I look at hip hop, right, and you start talking about it, hip hop is everybody's beginning, but your beginning ain't necessarily my beginning. And you know, so I could take you all the way back to, like, you know, Grandmaster Cash and the Cats, and dudes would really be like, who the hell is that? Or, you know what I'm saying? You know, Melly Mel and them dudes, you know, Spoonie G and all of them cats. They wouldn't know who they are. But those are the legends that open the door for this game for us as rappers and people that rap to have it on a platform that it's on, that it's right now. But you would look at these dudes on the street now and call them a bum. But when you talk about soul music, you're not going to reference soul music without referencing Patti LaBelle, without referencing Aretha Franklin. You're going to go back to the old, even the young people. Why is it in hip hop? And this is something that we created that we can't do.
Yeah.
Exactly. So my question to you, Spank.
I'm sorry.
No, you good. My question to you is this, right? Being as though you from the Mecca of this shit, you know what I'm saying? And hip hop it started there, then it moved around and came back and moved around some more. And now it's kind of like all over the place. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So with you being an elder statesman when it comes to listening to hip hop, with you being from the Mecca of hip hop, what do you make of hip hop itself? You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you view, because you've been around through a lot of eras of the progression of hip hop, the evolution.
Indeed. Okay.
So what do you make of it coming from where it started to where it is right now?
I'm going to tell you like what I see. From where it started, from a business standpoint, hip hop is amazing. These cats is making money. Some of them is a lot of money. There's a lot of gateways to make money. Whereas back in the day, it was only one way to get in and one way to get noticed. And if you didn't make it in that door, you was done. Today, the opportunity is grand. But with that grand opportunity comes a lot of junk and a lot of garbage, and you got to sift through. And the culture has changed where hip hop used to be graffiti, breakdancing, you know, DJing. All of that was together, you know, the dress, all of that came together. And now hip hop is whatever somebody say it is. Whoever's hot today will say, well, this is hip hop. And everybody's like, that's hip hop. And that's not hip hop.
But I gotta say this, right? If you think about it, you look at all the music and how it's breaking down. Hip hop is the only category where it's not broken down. If you break hip hop down, I guarantee you what we debating about and talking about, we won't have that problem, because hip hop is hip hop, right? Then you break it down. Rap is rap, right? You know, R&B, soul is that. They never break that down.
No. See, that's where you're wrong. They do break it down. See, hip hop is the only music genre that has categories inside of it. You don't look at rock and you say, like, don't get me wrong. People say like classic rock, you know, soul rock, whatever.
Alternative.
But alternative rock, hard metal, but they all look at it as rock. Whereas when you look at hip hop, you got backpack, you got trap music, you got the fucking singing hip hop, you got
the underground, mainstream,
you got what do you call it?
Commercial,
mumble rap, you got battle rap. It's like when you look at hip hop, they have broken it down so much that it's like, how can you look at a specific artist and actually tell what they are? Like, to me, Common. You look at Common, people say, oh, Common's a conscious rapper, but Common's really not a conscious rapper, for real.
No.
Common is really a gangster rapper. He just don't say it as gangster as motherfuckers portray it to be. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Then you turn around and you listen to a motherfucker like Twista. Twista is considered a gangster rapper, but he's actually more conscious than Common. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, how do you really sit here and try to break down what kind of rap is what? Then at the same time, how can you turn around and say that this form of rap is better than this form of rap? Because at the end of the day, hip hop was rapping, beatboxing, break dancing.
Right.
Hip hop was So when did it turn into all those other facets of hip hop just went out the door?
Yeah.
Not meaning, because you don't hear nobody talk about breakdancing no more. You don't hear nobody. Like Timberland probably was the last one to really publicize beatbox. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, how did all of that get pushed out the window to now we got all these different categories of hip hop? Like, how does that happen?
The new school people coming in changed hip hop, man, and it was all about money, and it was all about a scheme and a plot. So the culture went out the window, and when you change a person's culture, you change a person. You're no longer that person that you used to be, because the culture that you were raised on and you believed in no longer exists. The real culture of hip hop does not exist anymore. So yes, you got people rapping, you got them, you know, some of them may be beatboxing from time to time, but they don't understand the culture. So I could come in and I could mimic what you say and I can act like I act. But if I don't understand and know the culture, I'm just like a stranger in hip hop. I am the stranger because I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
Yeah.
Right. Can I say something real quick? That reminds me of what you're saying, OG. Remember that movie that Chris Rock did? And he was faking I guess he put the faking NWA or something like that.
Yeah, CB4.
Yeah, CB4, no doubt.
Look, and that is exactly what you're saying, because Chris Rock grew up, he a little older than I am, but for him to go and use his creative mind, it wasn't cute, but it was a good film. If you look at it, he portrayed what he was trying to portray, and he did it. And I look at that shit and I said, wow. Yeah. And you look at the rap game, look, why would
that's exactly what that is. You're right. That's exactly what that is.
Yeah.
And he did it in a movie form.
Yeah.
A movie image.
And the thing is, man, it's just changing with time, man.
Exactly. That's what the thing is. They say don't get caught by the wave. You better ride the wave. You feel me? Like,
that's right. That's right.
It's just common sense, man. You
know what though? What's sad about it though, man, is you got a lot of these younger guys that are not paying homage to the guys that paved the way. If anything, they're disrespecting them.
Yeah. Right. Exactly. Yeah.
I can agree with I can definitely agree with that, man. Because you got a lot of these younger artists. They like, oh, you know, like don't get me wrong. As an artist, you're supposed to feel like you better than everybody else.
Respect. And that's respect.
But to turn around and say how this person was nothing and I'm this, like when it was one of the people, like you didn't hear the fucking Mobb Deeps, you didn't hear the Biggies, you didn't hear all them dudes saying fuck everybody before me.
No.
Yeah.
But now it's like the younger generation is like, oh, yeah, them dudes, fuck them dudes, they wasn't shit. But it's like, yo, if it wasn't for them dudes, you wouldn't be doing what you doing right now.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Secondly,
lyrically, mentally, financially, like for real, I can't even say financially. The only reason I think the younger guys financially is doing better, simply because right now, it's a lot easier to fucking stream. Like they didn't have that. Dog, think about it like
free promotion on their phone.
Dog, imagine
promotion. Free promotion on their phone, bro, like all day long. I don't need the people to promote my music. Like I knew I like it. You can say, like, I go back, I think about it as my era, right? You hot, everybody, you good in your neighborhood. Everybody know you, right? But how you supposed to be good outside the neighborhood? You know, your folks only want to stay in your neighborhood, right? Now think about the time now. The cats, you good. You got your phone. Niggas in your neighborhood want to go. You put your shit on the Instagram, whatever, or the Facebook, or the whatever. You know what I mean? You're using technology. It's free promotion, and you running your joint, and you got some smart niggas in the camp. Yo, let's make some t-shirts. Let's make, you know what I mean? Now what that's called? That's called merch now. You know what I mean? Some motherfuckers say, like, make some headbands, make some socks. Right. Fuck it. Look, let's go to the neighborhood and do a show.
So true.
You see what I'm saying?
Story. 2001. I'm in the fucking Navy. I'm talking to motherfuckers in there, and I'm in there with motherfuckers from the South, Midwest, fucking East Coast, West Coast, every fucking way. So I'm saying to motherfuckers, I say to this one boy, right? This is no bullshit. It's 2001. No, it's 2002. I'm talking to the boy. I'm like, yo, I'm about to go cop that new Beanie Siegel album. Niggas say, who the fuck is that? I'm like, what? I say he the boy that just came, he coming up under Jay-Z. Niggas, guess what he said after that? Who the fuck is Jay-Z?
Wow.
I'm like, what? I'm like mind blown at this point, right? But on the flip side of that, he says to me, yo, man, I just copped this new Pastor Troy album. In my mind, I'm thinking he talking some gospel shit. I ain't never fucking heard of Pastor Troy. You see what I'm saying? But that's the difference. But that's the difference between then and now. Back then, you listened to the motherfuckers that was in your area.
In your region.
When I name a motherfucker like Big L, if you from the West Coast, you probably
don't got a clue.
Have no clue who the fuck he was.
Don't got a
clue. You turn around and be like, yo, man, that new Yuck Mouth be popping. And I'm like, who the fuck is Yuck Mouth? Because I'm from New Orleans and we ain't listening to fucking Yuck Mouth and E40. Like, it took me a long time to realize Too Short was out as long as he did, but that's because they didn't play Too Short in Philly like that.
Nah, they played him in
Atlanta. That's the difference for me. That's the difference for me. First of all, I want to make one point. Hey, P, you know who made our music popular back in the day because we didn't have social media?
Who that?
DJ.
Word Up Magazine, dog.
Fact.
Oh, no question. And Soul Train.
Word Up Magazine.
Word Up and Soul Train.
But to the other point, man, that's the difference. That's the difference with me being in the Midwest, man, because we listen. I knew who ESG, Schoolie D, all them cats was before I came to the East Coast because I was in the Midwest. So we listen to everything around us from East, down, South, and West Coast.
Dog, fucking Hawaii Ramon.
I got it all.
Show. Boy was trying to put me on so many motherfuckers, and I'm like, who the fuck? Because all he really listened to was Texas artists. He didn't listen to down South artists. He didn't listen to East. All he listened to was Texas artists. But in his defense, Texas is like a fucking country by itself. You could listen to, it's like a billion motherfuckers in Texas alone that's putting out music. So he put me on ESG, fucking Slim Thug, Chameleonaire, fucking ESG, fucking Mike Jones, fucking Lil
the whole
Flip,
Swisher House movement. No,
Big Pokey, fucking Big Kiki, like all the motherfuckers, and I'm like, who the fuck is he? And he like, oh, these dudes been out forever, and I'm like, dude, I've never heard these dudes. I didn't know they existed. So me and him literally taking turns putting each other up on music. Like I'm listening to B. Siegel. I don't do much. They looking at me like, yo, what the fuck is this shit? No. Here's
Monopoly money.
Here's another part to that's crazy, right? And it goes to, and it's still part of hip hop. So I'm in Hawaii, right? And I'm from Philly. P, you from NY, so you could definitely relate. Motherfuckers wear Timbs all year long.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm out there in Hawaii with a pair of butters on and some shorts. So motherfuckers is looking at me like, dude, you wearing boots and shorts. Like, what the fuck is you doing? I'm like, dude, this is what we do. Like, you get a fresh pair of butters, some nice little shorts, you good. Like, nah, man, I ain't. By the time I left there, I was out there 4 years. By the time I left, everybody on the ship rocking butters, beef and broccolis. They rocking all them shits. You see what I'm saying? Like, but
no doubt.
But that's the difference in the fashion because before then, I didn't think to go grab a pair of fucking boat shoes. But the niggas down south, they was rocking boat shoes.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? By the time 2002 came around, motherfuckers wasn't rocking Reeboks no more. When I get out there, everybody rocking Reebok Classics and Reebok Revenges. Most niggas don't even remember Reebok Revenges.
I ain't wear them shits.
Yeah,
I ain't wear them shit. I get you.
I mean, and you know what, man? If you think about it, bro, times ain't changed much. Neither has fashion because before my daughter became an adult, because we've been here almost 10 years now, man. When she first started coming out here, man, she was just coming out here to go shopping, bro. She was coming out here to go shopping. and take that shit back to the Midwest, man. She loved the way the young people dressed in Philly.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so times
Yeah,
they
you
change.
gotta look. Listen,
It's a
we in
different
the
type of
Philly,
flavor.
we get sandwiched in because go back, right? You know, DC was the Mecca, New York was the Mecca,
Yeah.
Philly in the middle. So we were, mind you, we could look. DC dressed the way they dress, New York dressed the way they dress, Philly dressed the way they dress. But what
I
people
still
missing
can't
out
get
at,
into that fucking nut ass house music though. But go ahead.
I
Facts.
ain't gonna lie. Look, bro, they
Yeah.
got me. They got me scared. Hey,
That go-go music. That
Yeah,
go-go
I
music.
can't.
Ah.
Dog,
in.
I stayed in the DMV for a year, a little over a year, man. And motherfuckers kept saying, "Yo, you got," I couldn't do it, man. That shit just wasn't my flavor, love. I'm sorry, it wasn't my flavor.
Look, them niggas can
Yo,
get that. And then when they
yo,
really
I used to go to them. I would go to them go-go versus hip-hop parties they used to have down in Virginia when I was stationed in Fort Belvoir. But, you know, I want to answer a question you said there when you was talking about money, these cats making this money today and all of that. And one of the reasons why these dudes make more money than the dudes before them is because today in hip-hop, you got more businesses and commercials, and everybody wants to be a part of hip hop. Whereas back then, wasn't nobody rapping on commercials, and it wasn't all about no rap music. They were still talking shit about rap music. It was us keeping rap music alive, supporting it and buying it. And white people looked at that and said, "Oh shit, there's a real market." And everybody, that's why today everybody is a fucking rapper. But back then, everybody wasn't a rapper.
Hey,
everybody wasn't trying to be a rapper.
Let me get something real quick. I feel like a lot of folks sold out too, though, because look, a lot of these big corporations start doing their commercials with rappers, and I mean, you know, it's business is business. But a lot of folks sold out. But what they didn't, whereas some people say they sold out, they continue to keep the brand building. Whereas, that's why the doors is continue to be open. You feel me? Maybe I wasn't a hip hop cat that signed to one of these corporations and say, "Yo, we need to figure out how we can do a slogan / rap for our McDonald's or our Walmart, whatever." You feel what I'm saying? But we didn't stamp this shit in the mud. Whereas, if we continue with this hip hop, it can go wherever we want to go in.
Of course.
The originals, with like what we got going on here, we gonna put this shit through the funnel hole. Whereas in what's good and what's not good with it to keep this shit building. But you know, this our opportunity to take advantage, take a hold of the reins. You know what I mean? Like we love hip hop. You know what I mean? But it started off with 5 to 6 categories. And we got to hold folks to that accountability right there now.
Hey, KC, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Currently today, the main 2, I guess, genres of hip hop, the main 2, when you take out when you try to say backpack or trap and all that, if you take all of that out, you got underground and you got mainstream. As we all know, underground is not what it used to be because so many artists, so many labels kick back songs. For those that don't know, labels kick back songs that they don't feel is marketable. So what the artists do is a lot of artists take those songs and they put them on mixtapes. So that's why, you know, the Lil Waynes, the fucking, you know, the Drakes, the Ross, all of them, they take those songs and they know that the street motherfucker gonna listen to them, so they put them on mixtape.
Right.
So that kind of washes down what you would consider
underground. It's watered down now.
Versus hip-hop.
Exactly.
So, with that being said, what do you feel, my man KC, what do you feel is, not gonna say that. What do you prefer? Do you prefer the underground or do you prefer the mainstream?
Underground, bro.
Why is that?
Because that's the shit that's more on my label, bro. That's the shit that Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's what's more on my level, man. That's the kind of shit that I enjoy. That's the shit that I grew up to. That's the life I lived. You know? I mean, if I'm, with the wife and we rolling in the car and the radio's playing, I ain't gonna say I shut that shit off and put it on underground, but when I'm by myself, it's straight up serious radio. Straight up serious radio, man.
I hear that.
Yeah.
So me personally, man, I still, and a lot of people didn't even know about this motherfucker. I still go on Dat Piff and listen to fucking, because Dat Piff is nothing but mixtapes.
Yeah.
Most of the shit that's on Dat Piff, you'll never hear on the fucking radio.
Never.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm totally okay with that. You know what I'm saying? When I put out Just Because, right? I didn't want to sell the album. Because I didn't do the album to make, I didn't want to sell my mixtape. My mixtape was put out for the love. I literally named my mixtape after my feeling. I put that mixtape out just because. I didn't put it out for money. I didn't put it out for recognition and none of that. I just put it out just because. So at that point, I printed out 100 copies and I was just passing it out to folks. And I had a guy tell me straight up off the rip. And I respected exactly what he said, just because he said it. He said, I don't want to take your mixtape. So I said, why is that? He said, I'm not going to listen to it. He said, if you give me your mixtape, about the most I'll do on it is crush my weed on it. I said, well, damn, Playboy, you ain't ever even heard me spit. Why would you say that? He said, it has absolutely nothing to do with you. He said, I refuse to listen to anything underground. So that blew my mind a little bit because I'm like, everybody talk about how mixtape Wheezy is the truth and, Fab underground shit be the best and Ross put out the best mixtapes and, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, you don't listen to none of those? He said, nah, I don't listen to nothing underground. If it ain't mainstream, if it can't be played on the radio, I won't listen to it.
And you know what's crazy about that, man, is the underground shit is way doper, way colder than the shit that they playing on the radio.
Thanks.
It's like a lot of the underground shit that I listen to, man, I take that shit home after putting it on my phone and have people ask, who's this? Who's that? Who's this? Who's that? Because they still listen to country rap tunes back home.
Mm-hmm.
Which ain't nothing wrong with that, but shit, I love underground music, man.
Facts.
I love being on a whole nother level that motherfuckers ain't on.
And to me, when you do the underground, you get collabos where the commercial folks don't want to put out. Whereas I get so many collabos, like you say, when I'm running the list, I'm on Spotify damn near 10 years. I got all the connections. It don't matter. I'm getting everybody from west to east. And you get joints, you like, damn, what you got? And they be like, can you run that back? You're like, listen, man, when I'm in my flow and that joint running, we gonna get everybody. Everybody like underground, the real underground right now for the youngins, and that's why you see the same shit. And
that's the thing. There is no underground for the youngins.
Right.
You gotta remember, man. Nowadays, like
I listen to mainstream.
Yeah, all they like it was. I can't remember the boy's name. I was. Who the fuck? I can't remember this dude's name. He from Florida. I know that. This motherfucker. What he was doing was, and I'm not saying that it wasn't a smart idea. It actually was a smart idea what he was doing. What he was doing was he kept promoting his songs on Instagram. So he got his Instagram buzz crazy. He had a couple million followers on Instagram. So he kept putting out like little snippets of songs, little snippet. So when he finally put out an actual song on YouTube, this shit went viral in like 15 minutes because everybody was following his YouTube. His Instagram was buzzing so heavy. Once he put the shit out, everybody flooded to his YouTube, and that shit blew up like crazy. So it's like you can't hate the new wave of how they do shit.
Right.
Nah,
But
not at all. Not at all.
The new wave still do gotta respect the art and the craft
of
this shit. And I think that's what bothers me. because I feel like me personally at 38, I feel like I'm in the middle. I still can vibe with the young crowd. I can vibe with the old heads. You see what I'm saying? I'm right there in the middle. But it's like, you look at these youngers and they like, man, fuck the grind, fuck the hustle. I want the instant gratification.
Right.
There is no let me work for it. It's, oh, I'm supposed to put out something and instantly blow. And it's like, yo, work for that shit, my man. Like,
yeah, but they don't have to no more, bro.
And that's
as long as they put out a song, as long as they put out a song that sounds like Lil Baby, that shit gonna sell.
Exactly. You know what's crazy about hip hop? You know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of the you know, like the sports game. You know, back in the day, dudes played the game for the love of it, and it wasn't a whole lot of money in it, and you had a lot of action and you had a lot of fun. And then once money started coming into the game, you know, the love left out of it. And once the love leaves out, you know, you don't got the same game. And that's the same with hip hop. When we was rapping for free and we was getting coins, we had some of the best fucking rappers you could imagine. But soon as you start putting money in it, then everybody in there,
he done froze up on us. But we definitely
special people wanted to rap. It was just a few, a special few. That was it. But now it's like everybody, you know, because they see the money. You see these guys with a bunch of money and all these cars, and you know this nigga was broke yesterday. Even though he's still broke today, it's the image that he sold to y'all. Let's say, nigga, I'm rapping, and you see what I got, women, cars, I got all this, and I was broke like you yesterday.
Yeah.
I would want to rap.
Yeah. No, I'm with you 100%. I'm with you 100%, Slime. Like the game has definitely changed, and like I tell a lot of people, it's not that just because you don't agree with something, that don't mean you hate. That don't mean you dislike it. You just don't agree with it. And we all, as human beings, are entitled to our opinions, our thoughts, and all that good shit. You know what I'm saying? So when I hear folks say, "Oh man, why you hating on the boy?" It's like, I'm not hating on him. I'm just stating my opinion and my feeling on it.
Yeah, and my view.
It is what it is. Yeah,
my view.
The way I view it is, you know, there's no art to this shit no more. There's no grind to this shit no more. It's, you know, oh, that's what the Baby song sound like. Let me put out a song that sounds just like his so I could blow. Like back in the day, and it's crazy because I could say that, but back in the day, you got your ass whooped for biting off somebody's song.
Yeah.
You bit a Meth song. You bite a song from Method Man, he wanna fuck you up. You bite a song from Scarface, he wanna fuck you up. You sound like Redman. Redman won Rumble because you ain't supposed to sound like me, dog. You supposed to be you.
That's like Action. Yo, that's like Action Bronson and Ghostface.
Ghostface. What that?
Sound exact. He sound just like Ghostface, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's biting.
And hold up, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think Action Bronson is what everybody says he is. That's just me. That's just my personal opinion. But yeah, I mean,
but you got a man's whole style and voice.
Exactly.
But you know what, bro?
Exactly. Look, he went the opposite way. He said, "Look, I'm gonna look out for He looked out for his people, you know. And then he started breaking it down. I'm from over here, bro. You lived here your whole time.
He doing what he's supposed to do, bro.
But you know what? Exactly.
He got that fucking delicious show.
So look, you digested it, and look what's coming out.
He did a couple shows. He got a couple shows, man. Like am I hating on his hustle? Am I mad at his hustle?
No. He did what he did.
I think the ball grind is fucking impeccable. Like I gotta give him that. Like
grinding.
This dude had I think he had like 2 or 3 shows on I forget what station that was. He had
Vice.
Vice. He had like 2 or 3 shows on at the same fucking time. So it's like
he got Vice in the headlock.
Huh?
He got Vice in the headlock. Listen, he know his food. Look, this is good for me. And he know his food game. Like, so you know, and he been touring. He got a bunch of celebrity chefs. Listen,
facts.
This was legitimate, but you know, the facts that we were staking, what we were saying is real. But you know what I mean. But no, he been on his grind, man. No, not at all. Like we ain't going.
But he should give Ghostface half of what he got because
why would he do that, son?
Yo, listen, I'm saying your main intro into the game was that man. Had you came into the game sounding like anybody else, we wouldn't know who the fuck Action Bronson was. It's only because you sounded like Ghostface and everybody came up with that. You maintained it. You know, I'm not gonna say you were shitty. You maintained it, but you sounded like him, and that put the focus on you. People were like, "Oh shit!"
Yo,
and he's
funny.
white.
It's funny because I said that to someone. I'm like, yo, he sounds just like Ghost. Man, no, he don't. He don't sound nothing like the boy. I'm like, dog, you tripping. Like, that's literally the white version of Ghostface. Like, what the
facts, yes.
Yo, but you got the boy also out there, man, that came in the game sounding like damn, what's my man's name? That done completely slipped my damn mind. Oh fuck. From down south. Damn. They had a baby with Sierra.
Future.
What's the boy's name that Panda shit?
Oh yeah.
Everybody said everybody that has came after Future sound like Future. And the sad part is Future is fucking trash. Like,
yeah, he is.
And he's from New York.
Yeah.
My man, that's it. You sound just like this dude from Atlanta, but you like I said, these dudes will do anything to make a dollar.
You know what?
Look, guess who signed him? Kanye signed him. Kanye West signed him in that track, and Kanye did a feature on that song. So he never got an opportunity to do his potential on that one song, and then he was done because they wore him down.
Yeah, he blew up off that song though. He made a lot of bread off that.
He blew up. Yeah, he blew up.
Even though nobody could understand what the fuck he was saying.
Nah.
Right.
But it wasn't about that song. If he would have continued to do what he would have been doing, the next two songs he would have made more money over that first one.
Yeah, I can see that. But listen, fellas, this was a hell of a motherfucking show.
Yeah, man.
I want to appreciate all the fans for motherfucking watching.
Yeah.
I wanna say shout out to my nigga Jimmy Blanco. He gave us a hell of a motherfucking interview, hell of a show.
Yeah.
You definitely bringing your ass back to give us some motherfucking balls. You ain't dodging it that easy, motherfucker. It's just
no question.
It's just that motherfucking simple. You know what I'm saying? But see, the thing is, I know my man don't dodge no bars, so I ain't gonna hold him to that. But I'm gonna hold him to the fact that you coming back for some balls, man.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody watching. You know what I'm saying? It's all on the motherfucking table.
No doubt.
We said what we said. We said what the fuck we said, and then we said what the fuck we said. If you ain't like it, you still watch it anyway. So fucking.
Indeed.
Yeah.
But on that note,
we laid it all on the table, dog.
Boom.
Indeed. Holla.
Until we meet again.
Love, brothers.
Indeed. Yo, one love, family.
All day, man. Number love, man.
All right, Dad.